Oh, hey, get ready to enjoy this great podcast with Courtney and her friends, fueled by Salt and Smoke. You're cute.
Sometimes things are tough, but if you got your family, it's enough. Making lots of friends along the way, especially in the Great Taste Gang. We've got your latest food news and scores from the Cardinals and the Blues. Nikki's part of the crew, and Greg Warren too. SeaWorld and Brando and TC2. And Afton and Sean and Emily. And Mark and Marty and Randy. Guy and Risley. And all the moms and convies. Welcome to the Courtney Show.
All right, you guys ready to dig into the State of the Union address?
Yeah, let's go minute by minute.
We're not going to talk about it.
Was it like over an hour long or something?
Forgot it even happened. Was it really?
I saw something. I didn't watch it, but
I
it
just
was
saw
really long.
I honestly just saw all of the comments, like on Twitter and Facebook. People were live Facebooking. Comments.
It made it really difficult to do best things because that's like the last thing I do before I go to bed is I just kind of skim through and find stuff for today.
And there's nothing.
And it was just State of the Union. I was like, man, I don't want any of this. Give me something light.
I don't know, but
I forgot it happened. I'm trying to think what we put on last night that we weren't watching that.
I don't know because you would be normally in on watching it.
Totally.
I did not watch it. I know, I'm not American.
I started kind of listening to it this morning.
But I watched
So how is it?
a bunch of stuff today.
How's the Union?
It's, seems to be okay.
I've got no comment. But the big story today is the Republican from Alabama woman that gave the rebuttal.
Yeah, I didn't know about this until this
those
morning.
rebuttals, man,
They're bad for but no, it's
that's what they're supposed to be though. That's supposed to be like
she did this voice.
She's doing like a weird voice though.
Remember Marco Rubio getting the water?
No,
he's talking and he's like, with the president something, and then you see panic on his face, and he makes the most awkward motion and reaches for a bottle of water on the table, and then he takes a really weird sip, and then he looks right back, and the
Aren't
camera
those recorded?
Starts talking.
No, I think
no, because I think they're trying to. They're
kind of writing that as they go.
All right, well,
they're responding to.
This looked like somebody auditioning for a show on a Lifetime movie of some sort.
This looks like take 3. Like she's. All right, I'm going to get a little more dramatic.
It was crazy. At one point, I thought there was going to be crying.
Yeah, and she's like...
And then there was a smile with anger.
She's like looking off camera, like she's contemplating and thinking. It's acting.
It's
the most bizarre thing I've ever seen.
You're just not used to... If nothing else, you don't see that.
No.
Politicians have this politician way of talking, and we don't... We're so desensitized to it that when someone breaks that tradition, you're like, whoa, what's going on here?
Yeah, it was weird.
It would be like someone doing it with a puppet. We're like, whoa, what the hell is going on? You're like, well, listen to the points that the puppet's making.
Anyone that brought a puppet out would have my vote. I want to be very clear on that.
Oh,
why not?
I am pro puppet.
Why not?
Okay. If the Muppets get involved, I'm all over this.
Teresa said she watched Barbie instead. Trish said she was very happy about hearing Shakedown from Beverly Hills Cop 2, or is that first one?
Looks like 2.
2, okay. So there are enough people that watch it. You don't need there's a lot of stations in town if that's what you like it for your entertainment.
I like to think that people are coming to us for their political analysis.
Oh my gosh. We'll analyze if that's what you want, but I think this is a politics-free zone.
Guys, can we wrap this up? I got a call with CNN in like 5 minutes. I got to go out in the hallway and do a thing with them. They want my analysis.
I am looking forward to today. We've got a comedian coming in and possibly another comedian.
Yes, that is accurate. Katherine Blanford will be here for sure. She is headlining the Westport Plaza Funny Bone all weekend. Mm-hmm. And then, another friend might come.
Yeah.
Friend of hers, friend of ours.
We could have had a third, but I was like, I think we have a lot of comedians tomorrow.
Who was the third?
Well, Dave is in town. Dave Attell.
Oh,
Going to be at Helium.
he's a friend of yours because
He's
you
a buddy.
opened up with him.
Yeah, me and Dave go way back.
That would've
He-
been-
well,
that
it was
would've
going to
been
be
great.
It's going to be a call-in. I don't want.
Oh,
I want somebody.
I don't.
Well, if he knew that these two would be here, he would come in.
You're probably right, but he may not even be in town
Oh,
yet.
I've done Thursday show.
And I am not a fan. I make very few exceptions for comedians on the phone.
Right.
I know. I don't love it either. I
It's
love
just-
comedians.
I do too, but it doesn't. Well, I mean, I like them.
I'm more fond.
There's just too many to love all of them.
You've been burned a lot in the past.
But they can make a show just incredible.
Oh, yeah.
But they can also
But, whoa.
bring it down.
Man, if you get somebody who doesn't want to be here.
Yes, and I get it. Then don't book radio then.
Yeah.
That's the way I look at it. I know you want to promote your show, but if you don't like the mornings, and I understand you've just done a show the night before, this is terrible.
Yeah.
I know it's terrible. I hate what I do, but
Yeah, you're like, it's early. I get it. Yeah,
In
I've
their
had some
defense-
doozies too.
In their defense, most of them are bad. Most of the radio shows you come in and do. So they unfortunately,
yeah,
even subconsciously,
I get it.
are kind of like, I'm waking
we're
up.
a comedian-friendly zone. I mean, we've got a comic on the show. We got a guy that opens up every once in a while for the likes of Dave Attell.
Yeah.
We've got a guy
I turned Dave down for interviews.
Yeah, you did.
that just produced a big comedy show for the hottest female comic in the country.
Uh-huh.
We are the show you want to come to in St. Louis.
All we
if
ask
you're a comedian,
is just be in a good mood.
be in a good mood. Be willing to just hang and have a good time.
And I don't feel like this show, in my experience with this show, we've really had anybody that's come in a rotten mood. I can't remember anybody where I'm like, oh, get them out.
Yeah, not since I've been here.
No, I can't either. Anybody that always
Oh, who was that? Jamie? Not on the show. Comedian. Did a bunch of movies too. 90s.
Oh, Kennedy.
Jamie Kennedy.
Yeah.
I had him one morning. It was like, oh,
really.
like.
Was
get
I with him?
out.
Did I bring him in?
Maybe.
No, I wasn't here when Jamie
No,
Kennedy.
this is
no.
old show.
Way back.
I'm thinking
Before
of
I
like
was
some bad
radio.
experiences.
Oh, got
I was
it.
saying that's the only one the first one I can think of was like, well, that's not this show.
Heather's right. Heather Hates Waiting just said, you are St. Louis's #1 news talk. So
I know, we don't know we
doesn't
have
that
that.
mean you have to talk about the State of the Union?
We don't have that title anymore.
Maybe we can
got to get back into that.
Maybe we can figure out another State of the Union to dive into.
Yeah.
I don't know what that would be. The State of the Union of ...
we could
Hubbard
call my old.
No, I don't think that's very entertaining.
We could call one of our old colleges, like at Western, and just see how the union's doing there.
The
that's what I
Student
like, the
Union.
The student
Uh-huh.
union. Just get
Yeah.
the State of the Union there.
That wouldn't be a
Tell us what's happening.
great idea.
They got good deals at the bookstore. I don't know.
Oh my gosh.
Call SIUE. See what's going on there.
Speaking of News Talk champion, not last year. We didn't win anything last year.
No.
But nominations are going on now, I think,
Oh,
for
really?
the St. Louis Magazine A-List Awards. We don't
Oh.
really announce it, but it hurt last year because we got swept by our sister station.
Right.
WIL.
Yeah, they won everything.
Yeah, we didn't win anything.
No. And the year before, we'd won everything. And I think last year, they won everything.
Yeah.
Oh.
All we got were the B-list awards.
Man.
You get nothing for that.
And it doesn't even, I mean, they barely write your name in the thing. It's not like they give you a big write-up. But it's just, it's a pride thing.
You want to win
Sure.
the stuff that you're up for.
I think we won the first 2 years we were a show.
Mm-hmm.
And then last year, it hurt.
Drought.
So I think it's just the nomination portion right now. The story, and then they whittle that down to then you can vote on the finalists.
Yeah.
that got the most
What
votes.
did you get though recently?
I won the
bucket list.
We won
something.
the STL bucket list, and I won personality, and I also won Alton Telegraph.
That's right.
Thanks,
So,
Alton.
see,
Huge.
you guys are coming through.
We're winning stuff.
You're
We
helping us win
appreciate it.
stuff. So
We really appreciate
awesome.
it. So tell me about your day yesterday. Did you? I had a nice little breakfast with Sweet Marty.
where'd you guys go? Did you go?
We went to First Watch.
Yeah.
That
Get
First
soup with old
Watch
people.
is incredible.
I agree.
That
good food.
They have a breakfast sandwich that's maybe, and it's just perfect.
Yep.
It's on this brioche. It's got all these greens on it. It's got a little lemon sauce, and
Yep.
the egg is cooked perfectly. Gruyere cheese. I mean, it was good stuff.
Gruyere cheese?
I love it.
Chris does not.
No, he does not.
Right?
Chris Convey does not. No, he doesn't. He likes Gouda.
But he likes Gouda.
Mm-hmm. He's got a cheese person that he has to call and ask about his cheese preferences.
Only those two specific cheeses.
I grew up on Gruyere with Famous Bar French onion soup, so it's one of my favorites.
Yeah. I don't know that there's a cheese that I hate. I mean,
I don't love Gouda, which is funny.
I think I'm fine with either one.
And I don't like pepper jack.
I love
I don't
pepper
get
jack.
it.
Oh, man. I go out of my way to pepper jack stuff up.
No, I don't like that either.
I'm a fan of my grandma.
Oh, and I
used
hate
to,
blue cheese.
My grandma used to melt pepper jack cheese with I don't even know, cheddar or something. You remember those they weren't breadsticks. They were little breadsticks. They were like crackers, but
that you'd get at a restaurant?
like a salad bar kind of thing. But you could buy them in a box.
Yeah.
And
Did they have sesame seeds on them or not?
They might have. I can't quite remember, but she would just melt cheese and you would just dip those in cheese.
Oh, she made a fondue for you.
Like a fondue, basically, as a kid.
It's very 70s of you.
Yeah, I was like, this is awesome.
Let's fondue it up. Did you have little umbrellas in your drinks?
I should have. I was probably drinking a Shirley Temple.
That was a real 70s thing, too. I remember my mom and dad would go out for date night every once in a while, and there was this place in Fairview that opened, and it was The Talk. I never went because it seemed like it was a adults-only 70s vibe place.
Yeah.
I think it was called the Hookie Lao, but they would
a lot of mirrored walls.
I never went in there. I don't even know where it was. All I knew is it existed, and they would bring home the umbrellas from their drinks for us, and it was a thrill.
Wow.
It was probably one of those restaurants.
And they even went up and down.
Oh, sure. Those are.
Those are the best.
You know what I'm
they're the
talking-
good ones.
It was probably one of those 70s-ish restaurants that were so dark that you couldn't even see where you're going.
Couldn't tell you. I don't even know where it was. For some reason, I think it was in this whole little area where McAteer's lighting and all that was. But I honestly don't know where it was. Hookie Lao.
That was their night out. They're like, get the kids a 2-liter of soda
and some
Doritos.
bag of Doritos, and we're going to hit the town.
Let's hit the best place in town.
Let's see who has not banned us from babysitting.
Let's go eat in the dark with our fancy umbrella drinks.
Okay, so tell me about your evenings.
Man, another one of those busy nights. Amelia had volleyball practice, but then we had to rush back because Owen had a chorus concert last night that we had to go to. So we went to that, and so he was, he's in the chorus, and so they have the 6th grade performs first, and then they switch, and then the 7th and 8th grade perform together. So you kind of have 2 different performances, but when the one group is performing, the other group is sitting behind them on the bleachers, up really high.
Okay.
So it's a nice way for the teacher to kind of keep an eye on the class. That's instead of letting them sit off to the side where they're goofing around, you can kind of see what they're doing. And so, but they're up behind the group that you're watching, and they're junior high kids.
Oh, they're just trying to do some stuff.
Most of them are sitting there doing a good job, paying attention. A lot of the people are talking. You can see them. And for some reason, Owen and Aaron, just because Aaron's sitting right in front of me, they just were looking at each other, and they start making faces at each other, and they're doing the fists, I'm gonna punch you, and then they just keep going back and forth, and then next thing you know, Alex's mom starts laughing because Owen's making face. I'm like, oh my god, you two
you are helping.
I'm like,
you're
you gotta
enabling.
stop. You're he's in front of me, so I don't know what he's doing, but I see Owen reacting back at him, and the two of them are just ruining the show for the 6th graders.
How was the show?
It was very good. They did The Sound of Silence was what they closed with, the Paul Simon song.
Oh, they did?
Yeah, it was very good. It was moving.
Was it haunting?
It was haunting.
They did Disturbed's version.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so haunting.
Of silence. But Owen's one of, I think there's only 3 or 4 boys in the whole 7th and 8th grade. And so he has to.
That's it?
That's it. And he's only.
Whoa, it should be good times for Owen.
That's what I told him. I was like, dude, you're going to have a great year. I don't know if it's worked out that way. But he's, but there's only 3 tenors, the boy, the low parts. And so they have to sing loud because it's a ton of girls. So you can just clearly hear Owen the whole time.
Does he have a very good voice?
Yeah, he did a great job.
If he doesn't, he thinks he does.
Yeah. If you ask him, it's the best ever. But it was
one of the best tenors ever.
Amelia just kept turning around
I should be the Fifth.
Yeah, everyone should just sit down.
How many tenors are
I
there?
think there's 3.
Okay,
He's
should be the fourth.
Honestly, he gets really shy about singing because it bothers him because there's one song where the tenors like really have to like come through.
Yeah.
And he hates that one because he's like, oh, we just have to sing really loud. Everybody knows it's me singing. I was like, oh, well, he's a little bit modest. But it was really distracting to Amelia. She's like, I just keep hearing him. I'm like, it's because there's only 3 of him, Amelia. Like, he has to sing loud.
Plus, he doesn't mind.
But yeah, he was
mind.
going for it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that was our fun evening.
That does sound like a joyous event. Tim, how's the child?
Child is he seems all right. He seems like he's back. So yeah, we had a fun day hanging with him, and then I went after the show to the St. Louis area food bank. My friends at Piccadilly, the Salad Bar Reimagined, got together and did some volunteer stuff over there. So that was fun. I've done a bunch of food bank stuff, but I've never been to the facility and actually volunteered. So we bagged,
Quite a deal, right? And businesses all over can volunteer all the time.
Yeah, they have a huge room for it, and it's you're just putting sweet potatoes and apples in bags and counting them out and shipping them, and just great people there. Jasmine took care of us over there, and it was so that was it was nice. It was fun, and Piccadilly folks are great, so that was cool. And then I had to shoot more stuff for this weird show that's gonna come out in the fall. The Magnolia thing.
What?
Is this the Kansas City thing?
Yes.
Oh,
Okay.
I don't know about Magnolia.
Yeah, what's the Magnolia part?
Chip and Joanna.
What is it? Oh, it's their network?
Their thing, yeah.
Oh, it's
I
on
didn't
their
realize that
network.
at all.
I don't think I knew that either.
Uh-huh.
So there's
I think I can say
they
that.
have a network, right?
So it's weird. They have a network that is on. I think if you have cable, my mom definitely has it because it's on quite a bit. But then also all their stuff is on HBO Max now.
Okay.
Part of that whole deal.
Are they still dominating the world?
I don't know.
They're not dominating me.
Not Brando.
No.
I mean, is there shiplap in my home? Absolutely. So if that answers your question, then yeah, I think they
So
are.
what is this show that you're doing? Because they're looking for programming. So there's a new show and you're a part of it.
Yeah, I don't know how much. It's a talent competition show that has all different types of. There's singers and dancers and comedians, and I'm
You're competing?
a coach.
As a dancer.
I'm coaching these comedy contestants, and it's about people who maybe like were heavy into pursuing whatever their passion was, and then life got in the way, and they kind of put it off, and they're kind of taking another shot with the
Okay.
show.
All right. So the whole show will be like them working on their expertise or what they want, singing, dancing, whatever it is, with coaches. And then there's a
Big competition.
like a Star Search night.
Exactly. With judges.
And will you say anything during the night, or you're just behind the scenes at that point?
I don't know for sure. And a lot of this they're kind of like inventing as they go.
Yeah.
So I will be a part of that. I don't think I will be on stage or anything. But I'll be, whatever the equivalent of a coach is on these other reality shows, similar to that. So
Is
it's
this
fun. There's some really funny people.
Would you consider this a tournament of champions?
No, because they're not champions.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're up and comers.
But if
Maybe
if
somebody in the
things-
room might be extra interested.
No, Tournament of Champions. These are the best of the best, man.
Yeah.
Okay.
They've got some wins on
This could possibly be laying the groundwork for an eventual.
Yes, if this thing
tournament
is
of
around,
champions.
if this thing
All
is
right, so
around
you worked
long
on
enough.
that yesterday?
Yeah. So yeah, just some talking to comics and stuff like that. And then
Is there one that you're like, this one's got it?
kind of. I have one that I think is
Next-
really good.
yeah.
How it's gonna play. It's those TV things, especially when you're competing against singers and everything else. Like you never know how that's gonna play.
Does his name rhyme with Leg Glorin?
No.
He's already established. These people
very-
aren't even close to being established like that.
Yeah, if I'm coaching him. So yeah, no Greg Warren. And then Mosby came over to talk about some stuff at the house, which was nice. And yeah, that was it. So it was a nice day.
Yeah, good.
A little giving back.
Yeah. Feels good, doesn't it?
Yeah, you
Doing,
missed
It does,
charity.
man. That
doing
place
for the community.
That place is great, and people should sign up to volunteer over there. What they do really is incredible.
Yeah, our buddy Ryan Farmer worked there for years and years.
Yeah, forever. He's a legend over there.
Do they talk about him still?
Constantly. He's got there's the farmer wing you may have heard about. It's
Ooh.
very impressive.
Well, we should probably get on with it. We're just blah 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 blahing.
I'm having
Not that
a
I'm not
blast.
enjoying it. It's fine. today, like we mentioned, maybe we definitely have a comic. Katherine will be in. And then maybe another comic. That'll be a lot of fun. I hope that happens. We do have tickets to give away. Blues versus Wild. Blues, they really need to get some points. Hopefully next weekend when they have those back-to-back games, you'll get to see some wins because they really need them. And they need your help, St. Louis. Power up. But they have tickets. We have tickets for Saturday night's game. We also have tickets for the Golden Girls on stage at the Stiefel and Def Leppard Journey Cheap Trick. That's with First Five Notes, Busch Stadium in the 9 o'clock hour. Brando has a Finally Friday song. That'll be a little after 8. And Survey Says we'll do that a little after 9. If you guys want to text, you've already been doing it, so thank you. Cheney Window and Door text line 314-669-4665.
Hurt in a car accident? Injured on the job? At Cantor Injury Law, we know how overwhelming it can feel. With over 100 years of combined local legal experience and over $500 million won, we fight to get you the justice you deserve.
You can count on Cantor Injury Law to stand by your side. You pay nothing out of pocket. We only win when you win.
When you're injured, count on Cantor. Cantor Injury Law, 314-628-9999, or visit CantorInjuryLaw.com.
You can count on Cantor.
The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely upon advertisements.
The Hollywood Outsider on 106.5 The Arch.
Mike Tyson is going to fight Jake Paul on July 20th at AT&T Stadium in Dallas. This news was all over the place.
What?
Last night.
I did not see it at all.
Yeah, Mike Tyson, he's 57. Jake Paul, 27. Jake Paul made famous by being a YouTuber, essentially. Then got into boxing. He just usually fights people that are old and retired, or people that he could easily beat.
People that aren't boxers. He fights. He makes MMA guys box. So like a couple of the Mizzou guys too that are wrestlers turned MMA guys, and then he's like, "What if you boxed?" And he beats them. But he lost the one kind of boxer he fought to. I think he lost.
Yeah, it was recently too.
Yeah.
But anyway, so he's going to fight Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson will turn 58 before the fight, but the whole thing's going to be on Netflix.
Unbelievable.
I would love to see Mike Tyson just
There's no way
tear him in
right?
half.
There's just no way.
But he's 27. Mike is 57. Mike's lived a hard life.
No, I mean, there's no way Tyson can win.
Yeah.
The kid is, I mean,
Why would Tyson even do this?
I'm worried about Mike Tyson's health. Like,
yeah, that's not a great idea.
You're too old to be doing this. You've taken a lot of hits to the head.
It won't last long. I mean, I think Tyson's just going to get in there and get paid.
I would watch this.
I know.
And I'm not one to watch any of these.
I know. But you got to think, if Mike still got that magic, you know what I mean?
If he catches him.
If he could just catch him once, he could rip his head off.
He's the guy cannot beat lifelong boxers who are currently training and awesome.
Yeah.
But he is still a really good boxer. Like I don't think Mike Tyson, I don't know. I mean, so many people know so much more about this than me, but my first reaction.
How old was George Foreman when he...
Oh, that's a great question. Not that old. I think he was...
I mean, yeah, he couldn't have been 57, but like...
early 40s, though?
When is this happening?
At the time, it was
July.
like, this is insane that this guy is...
Yes.
And it's pay-per-view?
It just says...
if it's Netflix, probably not.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a paywall. It's just like a Netflix spectacular. Because that's tennis thing, that was just on Netflix, right?
Yeah.
Correct. Yeah. Well, even if it's a decent fight that goes a few rounds, how wild would that be?
I don't know. Just hate that Jake Paul's going to make a bunch of money off of this.
I know. Well, I mean, he runs the world. It's already too late.
Yeah. Legendary entertainer Steve Lawrence passed away yesterday. He was 88. All I remember him, I recognize him when I see him and his voice.
Yeah.
It's for some reason, all I could ever think of is the SNL sketch when, with God, who was doing the voice of it was Phil Hartman. Phil Hartman was doing Frank Sinatra. It's the whole Sinatra sketch. And Steve and Edie.
Oh, yeah.
And they're like, you got it, Frank. Yeah, Frank, you're the genius. And he's like, you too. And he just insults them the whole time.
Oh,
and they
my
just
gosh.
take it. It just, oh my God, that sketch is so funny. That's the Sinead O'Connor.
I don't think I remember it, but I can hear it.
God, it's
I was
good.
outside the other day, and Il Belago, which is right next to our station, has like real loud music outdoors because the weather's been nice. People can eat outdoors. And old Frank Sinatra sounds like it's a bit. Like when he's older,
Yes.
he's
Oh,
like
yeah, yeah.
talking and kind of angry.
You're absolutely right.
And it doesn't sound like it's real.
He started to sound like the people doing the voices of him.
It was crazy.
It's very
so
strange.
entertaining. Nick always would be listening to the Frank Sinatra station, and we used to have a bet because whatever the title of the song was, he was always just he was one to sing the title of the song a lot. Like his songs had the title in it.
Yeah.
Throughout the whole
You like
thing.
it. Make it easy. Make it easy for everybody.
Here's the name of the song. I'm going to be singing this a lot.
I want to see if I can find that SNL sketch.
Yeah, you should put it on the blog.
Not everything's
today.
posted on YouTube. You know, they're kind of weird about their stuff, but if it's out there, I'll put it on the blog. Dragon Ball creator Akira Toriyama also passed away yesterday. Dragon Ball Z, all these different like iterations of Dragon Ball. He's the guy who created it. It's an anime series. But he suffered some sort of brain injury. He was only 68. He was still working on a couple projects. But, millennials, basically, you grew up with Dragon Ball Z.
I don't know anything about it.
If you saw the character, you might recognize him, the main guy from Dragon Ball Z. You're like, oh, that's an anime person.
I just saw this morning, everybody trending on Twitter was Rest in Power. What's this Rest in Power thing? I thought that was only supposed to be for African Americans.
I have no idea.
Okay.
For this fella?
Yes.
No, I don't know. Unless it's like power is a term that gets thrown around a lot in Dragon Ball.
It's all this new thing, this Rest in Power.
Yeah, I've seen it, but I don't.
It's happening often.
Just so you know, I would rather rest in peace.
Yes.
I don't want to do anything. Once I'm gone, I don't want power.
Sign me up for power.
I want to take a nap.
You heard it here.
Sam Neill shared a fun story about the London premiere of Jurassic Park back in 1993. At the time, he brought his 10-year-old son with him to the premiere, and they ended up sitting with Princess Diana. So he was next to Princess Diana, and then his son was next to him. So he was between his son and Princess Diana. Well, things went downhill with his son about 45 minutes into the movie. He said once it starts getting exciting, about 45 minutes in, he started to fart unreasonably. This is his words. He said it was very, very smelly.
Oh, that is funny.
Sam says he started sweating like crazy because he thought the princess was going to think it was him and not the little boy, and he was freaking out.
Oh, yeah. He's going to get blamed.
He's like, how dare you do this to me? But I guess he never did blame his son. He didn't like nudge her and be like, it's my kid.
Yeah.
He's terrible. However, he did say he's grown now, but I'm never going to take him to another premiere.
That's his story for the rest of his life.
Yeah.
I went into the kitchen today to dump the recycling in the recycling dumpster, and I was told I couldn't come around to the coffee area.
Oh,
because it was a FZ.
You need to stay away.
Fart zone.
Wait, who told you that?
I'm not going to name names.
That's nice of them.
But it rhymes with wound.
How dare you sully Learn's name? Some
Did
guy
not say that.
I don't know how to rhyme. Some guy named Anima Yamini claims to be a comedian, and he says that he and Matt Rife were once brought into a room with two Hollywood executives and promised fame and fortune if they,
Did stuff.
Did stuff with them. Well, this Nima says that he left, but Matt Rife stayed behind. And
Come on.
That's why he's famous now.
You cannot do that kind of stuff.
It doesn't sound like there's any truth to this
Do you
story.
know who this person is?
No, I've never heard of
Okay.
that person.
I don't think he's even a comedian anymore, but Matt Rife is considering legal action against this fella.
Yeah, he should.
He's like, you can't just say that about me. Actor James McAvoy got injured on the set of his latest movie. It was during an orgy scene. He was holding a woman upside down. They're all naked, and somebody bit him on the neck, and he ended up falling to the ground and bashing his knee. He also mentioned that they were all drinking a lot too. So I don't know what kind of movie that he's making, but it doesn't sound like a blockbuster. You're not supposed to get drunk on the set.
No.
Michael Keaton.
That's frowned upon, I believe.
I believe
Frowned
you're not
upon.
supposed to do that. You pretend. Michael Keaton says he's already seen a cut of Beetlejuice, and he says it's great. I mean, of course he does. He's not going to be like, it's terrible.
When's that out? This fall, maybe?
Yeah, it's this year.
That's great.
So, yeah. Oprah is going to talk about taking weight loss medication in a new primetime special. And It's called an Oprah special, Shame, Blame, and the Weight Loss Revolution. It airs next Monday on
To be the
ABC.
weight loss game.
Yeah, you're right. Special Shame, Blame, and the Weight Loss Game.
I got to make a phone call.
But it's a revolution.
Why wouldn't they do that?
I don't know. Just all.
They like revolution. Oprah does whatever she wants.
That's true.
A scripted series about cleared murder suspect Amanda Knox is coming to Hulu. It's going to star Margaret Qualley. She was in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
She's whatchamacallit, Andy McDowell's daughter.
Oh, it is, because when I looked her up, I was like, I recognize her.
She's incredible. She's married to.
What she's in.
I think they married or engaged. Jackie.
They're married. Yeah, they're married because remember Taylor went to the wedding. It was a big deal.
Oh yeah.
And she was also played. I know you guys care about this, but she played Anne Reinking in the Fosse Verdon show, and she was exceptional. Really, really good.
New Edition is going to be inducted into the NCAA Image Awards Hall of Fame. Anybody know what that is?
I don't know, but it's weird. We just played New Edition yesterday for the GTG song.
They said that's what put them over the edge. They're like, we needed one more radio play, and we got it in St.
Are
Louis.
you sure it's not the NAACP?
Maybe?
It's got to be NAACP.
Why would I completely misspell it?
Because in your head, you're thinking NCAA.
Hold on.
The basketball's coming up.
I think Image Awards are.
NAACP.
Yeah.
That's it. I'll look it up. Yes.
I don't think any of them played college sports.
Unless it, do you think it would have, no. Look, very last story. It could be their typo.
Well,
See?
Let me do some
NCAA.
research. Yeah, no, that's what it says.
NAACP though is the Image Awards.
Okay, so our source was wrong.
Yes. And I'm trying to see
That's
who won
it.
it.
As long as everyone understands, I never make a mistake.
At the prep.
Yes, never. We are all perfection.
Yes. A bill was just introduced in Congress that would make streamers like Apple and Spotify pay artists more. We're not sure I don't know how much more, what the percentage is, but that's good. I mean, these artists deserve more money for the play that they're getting, because these streamers are making a lot of money. They're not hurting. It's like we're protecting Spotify. Like, oh, the poor Spotify, they can barely turn a dime. They're fine. They need to pay these artists more money for what they're getting. There are actually a bunch of artists who've done farewell tours only to return. This story comes up because I guess Slayer just announced that they're going to tour again, but even though they announced a final tour back in 2019, they're supposed to have been completely retired at that point, but now they're coming back. So these are other artists who have done the exact same thing. Kiss, it feels like Kiss did multiple farewell tours.
Yes.
Elton John did a farewell tour in 1977. Ozzy Osbourne did a farewell tour in 92. Tina Turner did a farewell tour in 2000. Every one of these artists then toured again later. Motley Crue did it in 2015. I think they're another one who have done a couple.
Yeah.
Leonard Skinner, they actually signed some sort of a contract saying that they would never perform ever again back in 2020. Well, they did. And then Frank Sinatra, he did a farewell tour in 1971. You talk about like how, old Frank kind of sounds silly. 1971, he apparently hung it up, and he did not. He kept on a going. Like Ariana Grande, she's got a new album, Eternal Sunshine. That's out this weekend. Nora Jones has a new album. If you want to check it out, I'm Brando, your Hollywood outsider.
I have a People Is Dumb for you.
Oh, you wanna do
Just
that
a
here?
solo, one
okay.
solo People Is Dumb, much like the woman that
Of
was
the month?
Yeah, well, it's a standalone People Is Dumb, like the tree throwing woman
Oh,
that was
man,
trying to
made me so
sue
happy.
somebody, and
This is Person is Dumb. Person is
yes,
dumb.
but there's no need for any competitors in this because, I mean, it just made me laugh. It's more People Is Dumb and will make you laugh, but it's crazy. So these women in Ohio, they just were arrested. They had lived with this older man, and they weren't relatives, these two women, but they lived with the guy. And they used to go with the guy, and the guy would give them money from the bank at the drive-thru, but he had to be in the car with them. Well, the man died, unfortunately. So before they notified, he died of old age. But before they called anybody, they tried to pull a weekend at Bernie's.
No, they had him in the car? Like,
They put him in the car,
had him like wave?
propped him up, went through the bank's drive-thru where they withdrew from his account $900. And it worked.
Yeah.
And then the women dumped his body off at the hospital and sped off.
I mean, if you've seen the movie, it can be very convincing.
Yeah.
I mean, it's good. That guy had a...
two movies worth, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was he still... I never saw the second one. How did they pull the second one off?
I've seen the second one, but I don't remember how...
They were clever.
Yeah, how they were able to... How he was still, intact.
In both movies, they came this close to getting caught
Oh,
constantly.
so many
it was
times.
always just nipping at their
Oh.
heels.
Well, eventually the police caught up with them, questioned them, arrested them. They both have rap sheets that include a lot of stuff from theft to drug offenses, assault.
For $900.
They told the police they found the man dead inside the home earlier that day, but the cause of death is still under investigation.
Oh, so they think that they offed him? Or-
I don't know if that's part of it, but they tried to. I mean, it worked.
It did work?
I mean, it did work, but then they got, there's cameras everywhere, people.
Yeah, come on.
All right,
They
that
need
is
to do a better job.
That is Person is Dumb. It is the Courtney Show. Let's get a look at your traffic.
Can't wait to show my friends today. Best thing I saw yesterday.
I saw a few things that I enjoyed. You know that very famous leprechaun man
yes.
on the street story?
Uh-huh.
Well, some company is selling the hat of the drawing
There it is.
for St. Patrick's Day.
That's great.
And it looks like it's
Can't
stitched.
say yeah.
It's pretty darn funny. And the people that get it will love it.
Yes.
And it's a company called, and if you don't know what we're talking about, what's the best way for somebody to look that up?
Oh, just YouTube Leprechaun.
Yeah.
TV report or something.
Yeah.
I can put it on the blog, I guess.
Snag Collective, SNAG Collective. They have the hat available. I don't know what kind of quality this hat is, but you still have time probably to get it before St. Patty's Day. And I've seen this one before, but it really makes me laugh. And it's all these people in their, those matching sweatsuits in the 80s, early 90s, standing there, and they're always like a teal color with some purple. Just a reminder that there will never be a generation who fought harder against the wind than we did. And it's like, they look like a gang of some sort.
So good.
I don't know anyone that wore these. I'm just telling you, growing up at that time, I don't know any young people that did.
Young people?
No.
No.
I don't know it
It
as
was
being
more of a...
And I think that's what they sell. If you are going to like a trivia night where it's a dress-up thing and you put in 80s clothes, they really try to push these sweatsuits, out.
They were in movies a lot, though.
But I'm saying I didn't know anybody that owned one.
I
Matching teal, like my age.
As kids, no, I don't think
It's
I
more
saw
of
it
a
as
mall
much.
walker look.
It's a mall walker look. It's a coach look. I saw coaches.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Maybe
But
volleyball coaches.
This was not
Some people know what I'm talking about.
this was not for the kids, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, I don't think kids were going in.
And then, did you guys see the guy? I heard this the other day and I forgot about it, and then I saw the headline yesterday. Some guy in Germany, I don't know where he's from. He got 217 coronavirus shots. Like he went like every...
Vaccines?
Yes.
Oh, no.
Well, didn't we have a story about somebody did this like during COVID?
I don't know, but
He kept going to different places.
He had no noticeable side effects with that many.
Wow.
It's crazy.
Over how long a period of time?
I don't know.
Ugh.
And then this I thought was pretty cool. And it's kind of a tidbit, but I liked it. In 1984, if Chris Convey was here, he'd love this too. And there's a picture of Pat Sajak with this kid. It was probably a special teen week on Wheel of Fortune. Zach Brown appeared on Wheel of Fortune and he won $3,050. He spent all the money to go buy a go-kart. He went on to become the CEO of McLaren F1 Racing.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, and there's
Got
a
his
picture of him
go-kart
now and a
and then-
picture of him with Pat.
And his big winnings.
Isn't that crazy? Like, at that age, he knew what he wanted.
Yeah. I need to get that
He
go-kart.
he had the need for
One of
speed.
these days I can work at McLaren.
Yeah, isn't that crazy? All right, what about you guys?
I talked about it the other day in the glitter and all the issues. Well, Warren G. Harding made his debut yesterday, so there's Augie
Oh, well, that's a
As-
look how good the glitter looks.
as Warren G. Harding.
Really good
And so
stuff
I've
there.
I've got the video.
1865 in Ohio. As a child, I enjoyed music. I attended Ohio Central College.
So anyway, he's telling the whole
Why is
story.
it so loud in that place?
Well, see, what
They're
they
all,
do-
They
all
need to
doing
pay
it?
attention.
They're all going at the same time. So you just walk up to whichever president and you're like, who are you? And he's like, I'm Warren G. Harding. And they like tell their story. And so it's loud because all the kids are talking. So like Abraham Lincoln's next to him talking about who Abraham Lincoln is.
Really?
I wonder what presidents don't get assigned. Because there are 46 kids in the
Yeah,
class.
I think I don't know how they do it. I'm assuming they just kind of have all the names in a box and then you just draw your name and you figure out, that way who you're going to get. Mm-hmm. But yeah, so I'll send.
Well, he looks
I'll
darn
post
adorable.
Warren G. Harding, and you can see the glitter that's there. This,
You could probably just do a screenshot of it.
you don't want the video of him?
No, the video is great. It's just so.
It's all right.
It's that background noise is.
It's okay.
Just
I'll
terrible.
Just put it on my Facebook.
No.
wanna
You
see
should
it?
post a screenshot
At
of it. He
that
looks
Brando.
adorable.
You want to hear all about
All
Warren G.
right,
Harding
Dad.
and how awesome he is. And then today's my dad's birthday. There's just that. There's
Oh.
nothing else to say. No follow up behind
No.
that. And
Maybe we
this
should play Panama today for him.
We could do that. And then there's this, I don't even know, Terry, Eric. These when they run together, so I don't know who it is.
Don't worry about it.
Somebody. But it says, so there's a picture of a trunk and it just says free real big on it, like it's sitting out on the side of the street. And then below it just says not haunted. And then it says above it, sounds exactly like something a haunted trunk would say.
All right, what about you, Tim?
I get all these different ads on Instagram from like parenting blog, like funny whatever, and this thing popped up and it's just a kid running around and said, I don't know who needs to hear this, but you're a good dad. Those kids are just bad and they probably get it from their mom. And then this I loved. I guess this was a few weeks ago, but Jaromir Jagr, the hockey player, they retired.
Pittsburgh Penguin.
Retired his number in Pittsburgh, number 68. And he came out with the team for warm-ups.
And he played until
He still plays.
a few years.
Overseas, yeah, he does.
Yeah, but like he was still playing NHL hockey.
Yeah,
even.
he came. Yep. But he, when they went out, the whole team skated out, and they were all wearing his jersey, and
And
each
his
of
hair?
them was wearing a mullet.
A mullet, yes.
It's incredible.
That is so great.
Every single one of them. I mean, this is a real hockey game.
That's great. And somebody from the 314 said, I want the video. I must know more about Harding, please.
It'll be on my Facebook page at that Brando.
All right. We've got Food Court. That's coming up next. It's the Courtney Show.
Food Court.
1065 The Arch.
Got some weird stories for Food Court today. Not your typical, here's what's coming out, here's a new special, but some odd ones. But I did bring in a special gift, special Food Court item for you guys to try because I think about you when I'm not here.
All right.
And I don't know, I get so confused by Kit Kat and their flavors that I am not sure if we've tried this, and I might have brought it in already. But I brought a jumbo birthday cake Kit Kat in. Have we tried this?
I don't think so.
Okay, here.
It looks like fun.
Break you off a piece of that fancy feast. So that's the Kit Kat. That's the Kit Kat birthday cake. And then I saw. Remember the other day we were talking about homemade Pop-Tarts that Taylor Swift made for the Kansas City Chiefs. Well, I screenshot this because I mentioned this bakery, this pint-sized bakery in St. Louis. You can look them up. Pint-sized bakery. It's a tiny little bakery. Really good stuff. They were making their cherry Pop-Tarts, and I believe they're available. You'll have to check, but look at how good these look. These are their cherry.
Ooh, those look like fun.
Yeah, you know they're the real deal at Pint Sized Bakery. You can follow them on Instagram and see if they're available. Okay, so the weird stories. How are those Kit Kats?
They're good. They just taste like white chocolate Kit Kat to me with a little sprinkles in it.
Yeah.
They're good.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
That makes sense. That one.
Kind of exactly what you'd expect, right? I think so.
All right.
Yeah, I'm not getting like overwhelming birthday cake flavor vibes.
Right.
It just tastes like white chocolate Kit Kat, but I like white chocolate. So.
Jalapeno lovers are upset because they say how the jalapenos now that are being sold to us are less spicy than they used to be.
Oh, I believe that 100%.
So they're saying like your grandparents' jalapenos had a lot more kick around 40 years ago. They started growing them bigger, and then they became less hot. So they say the jalapenos we're getting now aren't as good. Most of the ones are now made for like pre-made salsa and chips and stuff like that. And food companies wanted them to be mild.
Yeah.
So they'd be more consistent. And that way you're less likely to get a batch that's really hot.
Because if you cook with like some people like grow their own jalapenos, if they like give you a couple, like, oh, you can put these in recipes. Holy mackerel, are they hot. Like they are way spicier than what you're expecting.
The mass-produced ones, they say, are going to be less spicy, but they say small farms, you can still get really, really hot jalapenos from smaller farms.
I think it depends on the soil. Like if you put them in really rich soil, they're less spicy. It's almost like grapes for wine. You don't want them to grow real big. You want little.
Yeah, they pack more punch and flavor. Well, and they say that if food companies want to make things spicier now, like they're not spicy enough, the jalapenos they add an extract.
Ooh.
And it's the same stuff used in pepper spray.
Isn't that weird that they're growing them less spicy, but then somebody's like, can you get them a little spicy?
Yes.
And they're like, yeah, and they just squirt some stuff in. They're like, oh, they're extra hot.
I don't know about that. I don't know. I mean, if you like spicy and you like jalapeno, that means you're ready for some heat.
Yeah, but they're hot.
I know, but I am not buying the spicy stuff. So if I see jalapeno, it's not geared toward me.
Yeah.
It's geared toward the spicy person, don't you think?
Yes.
I think, but like mild jalapeno peppers are so mild. You're almost like, I can't believe, but you're getting that flavor,
jalapeno flavor,
but you're not dealing with the burn. So I think more people like mild to medium. than like hot.
That's why I like banana peppers, because I know what I'm getting.
Right.
I like banana peppers. I hate jalapenos.
Me too.
I hate bananas, but I like banana peppers. Figure that out.
All right, and then this is weird. There's a study in France that found that refined carbohydrates like a donut, a pancake, sugary cereal, whatever that is, makes us noticeably less attractive within 2 hours of eating them.
Oh, wow.
So people can tell that we've been eating garbage?
So here's what
I just had that Kit Kat.
Yeah.
Researchers had volunteers rate how attractive people's faces were before and after they had breakfast. Now, some of them ate healthy foods, and others ate real carb-heavy stuff. The people who ate the carb-heavy were seen as significantly less attractive 2 hours later. They have no idea why, but it was true for men and women.
Doesn't that somehow make
Weird.
sense? Don't you feel, when you eat garbage, don't you just feel kind of gross shortly after?
I mean, I kind of feel really great right after that Kit Kat. I got to be honest.
I don't know.
I don't think this is, you just feel that, I don't know.
I don't get a real zing over eating healthy, other than just a feeling of smugness. Like, I ate healthy.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I don't.
But I mean, even if it's like,
I don't feel like, ooh.
even if they're empty carbs, if I put peanut butter on a piece of bread, I feel like that's not a terrible thing.
Oh, no, I think
and that's still
fine.
a carb.
But if you have, agreed. But if you eat 3 bowls of Lucky Charms, don't you just, can't you just feel it?
Yeah. I mean, they didn't say specifically like all terrible breakfast foods. They're just saying carbohydrates.
Something with the carbos.
I don't know. And then this is another weird story. Apparently, the key to getting richer is making wealthy friends. And the only place that a lot of us that aren't in their socioeconomic circles, the only place we have to do that and make small talk is at chain restaurants like Applebee's.
Wait, what? I don't understand the last
All right, so there's a new paper that came out, and it shows that people from low-income backgrounds are more successful in growing their wealth if they spend time around wealthier people.
Yeah.
Because they learn things, they listen.
Oh, sure.
They're more likely to invest in the stock market, save money, and learn tips and tricks about money and how to make it work for them, rather than staying in their same social circles and not learning these things.
Yeah. You know what I say is the rich keep getting richer.
Yeah. I mean,
follow the money.
man, write that down.
That's a good idea.
The problem is that you don't have the opportunity because of the income inequality to hang with these people.
Yeah.
And they say there is a secret to meeting a rich friend, and that is public spaces like libraries, parks, but they're not as good as Olive Garden, Applebee's, or a chain restaurant, because no matter what the economic background is of somebody, they still go to chain restaurants.
No way. I thought you were going to say like Shining Shoes or something.
Yeah, no.
Hey, Mr. Johnson.
How are you starting a conversation with somebody at these places, though?
You like breadsticks too?
Hey, you seem rich.
It says affordable chain restaurants have the largest positive impact on cross-class encounters.
Well, no wonder I'm poor. I never go to Applebee's.
I think you have to sit at the bar, though.
Yeah.
You can't, or else you're not talking to anyone.
You know,
Chatting
and
people up,
and
right?
rich folks love a good deal, so you got to go there on that dollar marg night or whatever. Because I bet there's lots of rich people like, I'm going to go there and get those dollar margaritas.
Yes. So I told you there were weird stories today.
That is really
It is
weird.
odd.
That is your food court, and it's brought to you by the Schnucks Rewards app. Earn 2% back on every purchase with the Schnucks Rewards app.
Hi, I'm Mark Cantor. My law firm is Cantor Injury Law. Honor, integrity, loyalty, faith, and family are the principles and the foundation of Cantor Injury Law, and why we get justice for the injured and can win you the big bucks. If you have been in a car accident, truck accident, boating, or ATV crash, or even had a dog bite, please call Cantor Injury Law, 314-628-9999. There is no fee unless you win. The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely upon advertisement.
Can do it.
I see dead people.
Hello, Newman.
Where's the beach? What you talking about, Will?
Throwback Live.
All right, our contestants are lined up for Throwback Live. Brando, you'll be playing for Danielle from House Springs. Tim has Jane from St. Jen, and I will be playing for Justin from Richmond Heights. Up for grabs, the winner gets a pair of tickets to see the St. Louis Blues take on the Minnesota Wild next Saturday, March 16th at the Enterprise Center.
Throwback Live is brought to you by the Madison County Fireman's Bingo Hall with a chance to win $25,000 in their Crazy 8 raffle. Here's the host of Throwback Live.
She's back.
She's unemployed. It's Afton.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Backward songs on Friday.
You'd think someone unemployed could just be here.
Yeah.
You know, like not have to take a week off.
Okay, so you are now employed once again.
I am now employed.
Well, there goes a
Can't
fun
keep
joke.
a good woman down.
That's right.
That was fast.
All right, so do you want to tell everyone what you're doing?
Yeah, I would love to. So I took a job with
Besides the big money you're making here.
right,
yeah, yeah.
tons, yes.
This is a fallback.
Exactly. I'm working for an organization called Safe Families for Children, which is a nonprofit that works on the preventative side of foster care. So their whole goal is to keep kids out of the foster care system. So they provide support to families who are struggling. They mobilize volunteers to kind of rally around that family to help meet some of their needs, help them with their kids, and then if there is an emergency, they take in those kids instead of putting them in the foster care system.
No, you know, I'm anti-adoption.
I was gonna say,
Then
this
this
must
is
be-
good for you.
this must be
because
really
But I'm still happy for you.
Must be hard for you to sit through and listen to that. Like, oh, God, I hate every moment of this.
yeah.
I'm really happy for you. And it's something you're real
Thanks.
passionate about.
Yeah.
You have twins that you adopted.
Yeah.
And so it's really an important thing to you. And I'm happy
Yeah.
you found something that you love.
Thanks. I'm so excited, but I still get to be here with you guys.
Yes, everybody wins. That's
We-
It's a
great.
win-win.
We did
Making
get
the
a-
world a better place and our show a better place.
We did get a text while you were gone wanting to know where you were since
Yeah.
you weren't on for a full week.
Yeah.
And I said, oh, she'll be back. She just had to take this week off because she was kind of freaking out about being unemployed. It's never happened to her before.
I had to do all the doctor's appointments before my insurance ran out.
Yes.
So
Man.
strategy.
And they wrote back and said, best voice in radio.
Oh, that's sweet. That's sweet. Enough about me. Let's get to Throwback Live. Marty's got backward songs for your throwback clips today, and you guys are going to ring in with these sounds. Courtney, Brando, and Tim. He just shakes his head. Question 1. Name this backward song title or artist. Courtney?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Neil Diamond.
No. Brando.
William Nelson.
It is William Nelson and Julio Iglesias.
Is it both of them?
There's a J Iglesias on my answer sheet, so.
Julio wrote it, and then I think they did it as a duet, too. I think.
Yeah, I think you're right.
All right, question 2. Name this backward song title or artist. Courtney.
Macy Gray.
Macy Gray is correct. It's a good song. Question 3. Name this backward song title or artist. Ooh.
I heard the toot first.
Okay, Brando.
Hard to say.
No. Tim?
Third Eye Blind?
No.
Goo Goo Dolls.
What?
Goo Goo Dolls.
No.
Oh.
This is the story of a girl.
Story of a girl.
And while she looks so sad and
This was by 9 Days.
9 Days.
The song is actually called Absolutely.
I think I thought it was
right.
Slide.
Man, I heard a whole other song.
Yeah, I could hear that.
Backwards, it's unlikely.
Yeah. Question 4.
Those jokes never get old.
No,
not at all.
they don't.
I like that they require some time to think about them. That's always a good way to.
Clip 2 was I don't try.
Wait, what?
I try.
I don't.
Oh,
And the
yeah.
one before that was All the Girls I
To all the
Hated.
men I've hated.
Oh, it's a game the whole family
That
can
one
play.
is good. It is. Man, this should be its own segment.
Coming soon. Question 4. Name this backward song title or artist. Brando.
Sting.
Sting is correct. All right, we have 2 points, Brando. 1 point,
I was going to
Courtney.
say it, but I didn't.
I didn't want to make anyone feel
Right.
like they had to
You don't have to fill every
Yeah.
space.
keep it
Yeah.
going.
But that one is pretty.
I was trying to
He was
bail you
looking
guys
at me
out.
like, you going to say it?
do it or not?
You going to do a backwards thing?
Do it, Marty. No.
Oh, no. I'm
No,
not.
it's gone.
Okay.
The moment
There's
is
a
past.
moment. Just
All right, question
Believe it.
5. Name this backward song title or artist. Tim.
Tears for Fears.
Tears for Fears is correct.
Whisper.
Whisper. It is Whisper.
That's a spoil and a Brando win.
Yay! And that is a win for Danielle from House Springs. Congratulations, Danielle.
Good job, Brando.
Hey, we did it.
All right, you have a pair of tickets, Danielle, to see the Blues take on the Minnesota Wild. Be a good luck charm, Danielle. It's next Saturday, March 16th at Enterprise Center, and it's a whole weekend of hockey downtown because they're going to have back-to-back home games on Saturday and Sunday. The Wild on Saturday, the Ducks on Sunday. Tickets are both games on sale now at stlouisblues.com. We'll get Danielle those tickets, and we'll play Throwback Live all next week for a new prize on The Courtney Show.
The Courtney Show.
I just talked to Danielle off the air, and she's taking her son. She just won Throwback Live. She's taking her son to his first Blues game next Saturday.
Oh,
Love
That's
it.
the luck we need. Come on, kid.
He's 10 years old. It's very exciting. So congratulations, Danielle from House Springs. This is something we don't often see. Way more ladies in the studio than men.
Yeah, it's like
Men, get out!
amazing.
Okay, so in studio this weekend at the Funny Bone Westport, Katherine Blanford.
Hey, I'm
Welcome.
back. I picked up cigarettes after last night's show.
We could use them in here.
This is Katherine's first time in our studio, but it's not her first time. Welcome back to the studio, Nikki Glaser.
Hi, guys. So good to be back. And
with Katherine, who I've admired from afar on Instagram for I think years now, and was just such a huge fan of, and also monitoring who's this cute blonde girl that's so funny. Just chill out. You can just stop putting out so much funny stuff.
Yeah, don't
You're
let
too
her
confident.
get your drink for
You're
you.
too cute, and but then you know what? I bring it in when I feel jealousy. I bring it in now. I go, get closer to me because I need to uplift this. I fight my envy now.
Yeah.
By whenever I feel that tinge on Instagram where I'm like, I want to hide this person because they threaten me. I promote.
You bring love.
I do the opposite. You're looking at me like, oh my God, is that why we're friends? Yes, because of my envy of you. Okay.
She's going to kill me.
Nikki needs to post me more. I got
No, I really am. I am such a huge fan of yours. And so when I saw your poster at the Funny Bone the other night, I was like, she's coming and I'm going to be here. So, so this is the second time we've ever met in person. It was very briefly in the hallway at the Comedy Store a couple weeks ago.
Do you remember... I remember you went to message me on Instagram. I was so embarrassed because I had sent you a message on DM years before. I was a newer comic and I was looking for
advice,
meditation recommendations.
No, that's nice.
Things wasn't going well.
Oh my God, we've all been there.
I think it was I just bombed Nikki. What was that meditation you liked?
That's my cure. Is I was really into these meditation apps. So I'm so sorry, I definitely didn't see it because I would have written back. Or, but yeah, that happens to me too, where I've sent someone a long thing. And then they finally write me about hey, will you do my podcast? And then I'm like, oh, I hope you didn't see the desperate plea in the middle of the night that I sent 4 years ago.
Yeah, you responded. You were like, oh, my bad.
Well, look at us now. And you're on the road with David Spade, who is a mutual friend of ours. And if David likes someone, I'm like, oh, they must be cool.
Yeah. Well, I love how when I tell stories about him on stage, I go, open up for David Spade as his body double.
I know he does. He gravitates towards women who do look like him. I also find myself just turning into him, wearing the baseball caps, wearing the slouchy stuff, dressing like him because he's cool.
He's so cool, and now I'm all into athleisure wear now, and I can't wait till when we first meet up in the airport for the first weekend gig, and I wear my new Lululemon.
Yeah,
and
you
walk
Lemon?
Lululemon. And
is that how you say it?
Yes, that's exactly how you say it.
That's how she says it. That's not how.
Isn't it Lululemon?
No. When you spend half your paycheck, it's Lululemon.
That's how you justify it.
Yeah, you put a little asterisk on that thing.
It's like Tarjay. I get it.
Yeah, that is it.
Yeah.
So when you show up wearing that.
Oh, and then him and Bobby Miyamoto.
Yeah, his other opener.
They perk up like meerkats. They're like, what's the new Lululemon on you? Do a spin. And that's what we're obsessed with. We go on the road. We go to North Face.
Oh, fun! And he doesn't do anything with me on the road. He just goes golfing all day and then never invites me. Not
Is
that
he
I would
a golf
play.
guy?
Big golf guy. Mm-hmm.
We don't do that. We don't.
And he goes to bed by 8:30.
Yeah, I love it. I love it so much. Okay,
we're old, Nikki.
Yes, I love it.
Me and David Spade are old people.
I admire that. I like someone who doesn't expect me to hang out after too, because I'm getting into that.
I love it. We go home right after the shows. Do you do this? Before every show, do you go eat before?
Yes,
the shows?
at 5 p.m. And then he's if they don't have Diet Coke on tap, he will send the waiter, and they're glad to do it because it's David Spade. He will send them off premises to get a Diet Coke.
Dude, that is the most infuriating thing as a normal human being, watching a celebrity walk in like him and ask a normal person hey, would you do this outrageous task? And they're like,
of course.
Yes.
Anybody else, they'd flick off and be like, I'm making $2 an hour. Kiss my butt. And they're
good tipper, I bet.
But he is just so nice and so generous. I mean, there's no. I don't know that I've met another celebrity that is more generous and more like the common man than him. Like he does get treated with like, such respect when he goes places because people just have known him forever and feel like they're friends with him. But he's so nice to everyone, interested in everyone, goes to the same places, remembers waiters' names, but not in like a cheesy like me sort of way. Just genuinely. Don't you think he's like one of the nicest people ever?
I
the
say
coolest people.
I say to everybody, it's you like. Once you know him, like, you forget that he's a celebrity.
Yes,
because he's so down to earth. He's so nice. Every show we go, we either go to Chili's or Outback. That's where we eat for everything. Yeah,
guaranteed Diet Coke probably there.
For sure.
And apparently, we just did a segment. That's where you meet the wealthy people
That's
and
right.
you get tips.
Oh my God!
That's where you run into David Spade.
Did you hear that?
Yes, I heard that, and I go, why not do wealthy people go to Applebee's? But you're right. I guess Spade
It's
does.
the only cross, that's the only time
Cross-pollination, yeah.
us poorer people will see richer people
And can make friends.
and can get stock tips and
We go
such.
get Diet Coke for them, and next thing you know, we're running a Fortune 500 company.
So he loves Chili's.
Chili's, that's it. Like, he should have stock in Chili's.
And he eats inside McDonald's. Like he'll
He
go in
does
and
not.
he dines in at
I
McDonald's.
don't know anyone that does that except for somebody that has kids and they're on their way to a game.
Paul Giamatti after an award show.
Oh yeah. No, he really dines in. He has a great joke about it, about a homeless man like confronting him and asking him for chicken McNuggets, and him like just trying to. He gives him one, and then he's like, "Give me another." He's like, "Come on, man!" Like he was like, what he doesn't know is I was only going to eat 4 of these 6, so I'm not out any. It's such. He's one of, and working with him is so fun because I like his act so much. No one makes me laugh harder. And then do you end up like sounding like him a little bit throughout the week?
Do you know how much I use my hands now? I used to never talk with my hands. I literally tell him all the time, I'm going to go, you're all hands and beeps. He's like his little fingers, like I take pictures of him on stage and his hands are working. Oh my God,
you're
one
so
time.
right.
His wrists, y'all, you could watch him silently and just zoom in on his hands and have a great time. We were doing a show. Also, his sound effects. Like he'd be like, so I was walking up the stairs. Like, you don't need it, but it's so fun.
We know what stairs sound like.
Yes. So it was raining today. Plip, plop, plip, plop. You're like, we get it.
We don't need that.
Maybe he was a big Michael Winslow fan back in the day, and
He secretly wants to be on Police Academy 7.
But Katherine,
He was in one of them.
Katherine is doing. You're doing the Tonight Show on Tuesday.
What?
Yes,
That's crazy. Is that weighing on you at all? Like, are you thinking about that right now? Like, is that, you obviously have the set locked in because I know you work with Michael Cox in planning those, and he gets you down to like the word count.
Yes,
is
I know.
Precise.
Yeah, I'm there. I'm there.
There's a couple jokes you're like, maybe.
Yeah, there's one I like threw at him last minute. I was like, this might not make it in, and he's waiting for my like final audio with it. And I'm waiting to get it when the joke really crushes, because I know if it doesn't, he won't let me use it. It's a little, dude. My set's kind of a little bit on the more violent side, which I'm so surprised they let me take or let me do. I talk about like porta potty racing in the infield and like people throwing beer bottles at your head.
Wait, what's porta potty racing?
Where you run across the top of the porta potties.
I've never heard of
No,
that.
I don't know this.
I don't know this either.
The infield at like a race. This is a race car.
In Derby, at the Derby.
It's like a whole other level of redneck I wasn't aware of.
Yeah, I feel like,
Should be at
do
the
you
Florida
feel like
games.
they're booking more comics than they ever have before?
Yes, it's every day I see a new comic on there. But I loved yours. I think that's, one of the, I was already aware of you, and then I saw you crush it on your first Tonight Show. This is your second?
Yeah, this is my second.
It's the greatest audience you'll ever perform for in terms of like how hot
They're
they are.
ready.
And Jimmy, unlike Colbert does not even stay for the comic. If you've ever seen a comic post about being on Colbert, there's no picture of them meeting Colbert. There's no picture of them with Colbert in the background or anything.
Really?
He does like, at the end of the week or the beginning of the week, he'll just say, and now our comic, whoever, and then introduce them all.
No
and just do
way.
And then
Don't they
he
shoot
leaves.
them all in one?
I heard Kimmel does
fell
that.
swoop?
They stalk them.
Yes, which I guess is it makes sense to save time, but I don't know. I think if I were a late night host, I would probably want to. I'd stay for their performances just to be a good person.
Yeah.
And he's not in the room for these stand-up performances, and you can kind of tell because the audience is looking at Jimmy when you're performing, and when Jimmy knows that, and he'll like bend over on his desk. He's not stealing the attention, but he's kind of cueing them when it's like extra. And he talks to them beforehand to be like, she's amazing. This is her second time back. Oh my God, you guys were so excited. You don't even believe you're going to love her so much. Like, he builds it up so you could come out and do nothing and they would like love. It's just such a hot crowd and like warm, and the Roots are there laughing.
Oh my God, the Roots laugh, Quest laughs. It feels, I literally said after my first one, it felt like they had shockers on the bottom of their seat, and if they didn't laugh, they would get shocked. Like, they felt like they had to. He gave me the warmest intro. He was like, this is her first TV appearance ever, like, as a comic. To do the Tonight Show is such a feat. Like, the fact that she made it this far, I was like, okay, I mean, I didn't make it.
If you need any help getting ready, Tim is actually starting a coaching business for stand-ups.
Oh, yeah? Are
he's,
you?
He's a stand-up comedian coach now.
Yeah.
What's this
on a
joke?
new television show.
Yeah. What is it? Is it like how to dress as a comic?
No, it's a bad. I'm on a bad. Never mind. Go ahead.
It's a reality show.
Well, the best piece of advice for comedians starting out is that I always give is put the mic stand behind. I think that was the most valuable thing I learned is like when you first go out, put the mic stand behind you, get it out of the way because you're going to want to fidget with it, and that makes you look nervous.
I think Tim, you told me that.
That's right.
The hands
and
thing,
then bring it back
I
around.
would think would be a big deal.
Oh yeah,
like what to do with your hands.
You mean more hands? David, that was his only note he gave me. He said more wrist.
And make noises that don't need to be there.
Are you nervous? Do you know what you're wearing yet?
Okay, so I left LA.
I feel like I'm in a room
and my
like with some girlfrions just hearing about.
I can't
so many questions.
I can't wait to show you.
And
I'm so
we've never
excited.
hung out, and until I'm like, okay.
Okay, so the Tonight Show said the outfit is half the hardest part because you can't wear blue, you can't wear dark black, you can't wear patterns. This is so hard. But you also, when you book it, it's like, I don't know, you probably got like Nikki's coming, we've got a slot ready for her.
No.
For me, it was like, it's like a band dropped out, they have COVID, can you do this in 48 hours? I'm like, yeah, I'll do it.
It's always what it is. The first time I did it, I found out the day of.
That's terrifying.
11 in the morning. And so it was a nightmare. But yeah, like planning it, do you have like a stylist or are you picking this out yourself?
So, I had a stylist, but she didn't answer me. So we're doing it ourselves.
Your last outfit was so cute. It's so important. I wish it wasn't, but it is.
No, it's half the set.
When the clip goes online, you want to get people's attention. If you're wearing a cute outfit that's kind of like eye-catching, people always go, your looks don't matter. You're a comedian. Yes, it does. What gets people to stop scrolling and go, oh, I'm going to watch this is something that's eye-catching.
Yes. You should hold a kitten.
Lighting is important. Oh my God, that's such a good idea.
Dude, I'm recording my hour next month, and I'm spending so much on putting a horse statue on stage because how cool are those clips? Oh, does she have one?
She had a real horse.
To a real horse.
She's still the one. It's bizarre and
in the music video.
On stage.
And
like in her Vegas show.
You know about those clips. I'm like, what if I have a horse in clips? People are going to go, that girl with the horse in the
Yes, have something there that's like really, it brands it. That's such a good idea.
Or like a centaur. Just an attractive centaur.
Well, that'll be for Netflix. When I get
more money. You need more money for the centaur.
It'll be a real man, and I'll be like, if you move or breathe, I'll kill you. Can I say kill?
Yes, you can.
Yeah.
You can.
I'm excited to show you my outfit.
Okay, yeah.
I'm styling it myself, but
good.
You also like, you can't look like different than your set. I feel like I'm talking about porta potty racing. I can't go out there in a suit.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
It's the tough thing.
Yes.
You want to wear something that attracts the eye but doesn't detract from the material.
You want to be comfortable.
You want to be comfortable. You don't want to look like you're trying too hard because that makes people go, oh, she doesn't really care about the comedy. She just wants to look hot. And it's like, yes, I do. I'm turning 40 soon. I do want to look hot. It's very important to be perceived as hot still. Let me just have this. It's fading. What? It's also like.
Are you okay? Somebody check on Nikki.
I don't know who that
What
was.
happened? Do you have some of those meditation, any of that meditation audio we can put on right
I need to
now?
ask myself for some advice. Okay, I have some links for you.
All right, listen, we are going to take a break because we have to. But we are with Katherine Blanford. She's at the Funny Bone Westport all weekend long. You have 2 shows tonight, 2 shows tomorrow,
Yes, please
and a
come.
special smoking show on. I'm just kidding. You have a show on Sunday?
No, absolutely not.
Okay. I'm weird on Sundays too, Katherine. We'll get into it. I'm very weird on Sundays.
Well, this honestly, I'm just getting back so I can go get my spray tan for the
Oh,
Tonight
yeah,
Show
because
and
it's
my
got to be a
nails.
day.
Yes,
You need a day at least.
You need 1 day of soaking
Yes,
it.
yes. All right, so Katherine and Nikki hanging out with us. Not sure how long. Whole show, hopefully.
Yeah. Got a show's worth here.
The Courtney Show.
It's finally Friday. Time for Brando to sing a song.
We have a real full studio today. Big audience for Brando's Finally Friday song.
I don't like a big audience.
So Katherine Blanford's in here. She's at the Westport Funny Bone all weekend. Nikki Glaser, what a treat for Nikki to show up today. We haven't seen her in a long time.
Nikki at the Fox in April.
Yes.
Nikki at the Fox in April.
Next month, that's
The
coming
27th.
up. April 27th.
Metro
Yeah,
Tix.
get tickets now.
Metrotix.com.
Yeah.
Get tickets for Katherine's show this weekend, 2
Please.
tonight, 2 Saturday. Hey, our comic last week, Brendan Ayer, told us drizzle is the perfect weather for comedy.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, because it's not too rainy that people go, this is dangerous. We can't drive in this drunk. But drizzle, you
Drizzle.
can drive in drunk.
What does drizzle sound like? What would David Spade say drizzle sounds like? A lot of this, too.
Yeah.
So get those tickets. You can get them at stlouisfunnybone.com.
You got it.
So Brando every week does a Finally Friday song, and it's about maybe something that happened on the show specifically, something in the world, and he puts it to music and writes the lyrics, and what a treat it is for you to get to be able to witness this.
Yeah, and I wish I would have thought ahead because I picked the most minute, tiny detail from the show this week to write a song about. And boy, am I happy that someone is here that did not hear any of the show.
Oh, so they'll be like, what does this mean?
What in the world are you talking about? So I will explain. And I don't think I don't know if it'll ruin things or not. But
Wait, can you explain before?
I'm gonna. Well, sometimes I got to give a little context, and other times I like it to be a big surprise. This I don't know if it matters. Do you remember the conversation?
I just saw the.
Yeah, he's looking over my shoulder. He saw. All I'm going to say is we talked about, you may notice there's a gavel sitting over by Courtney.
Oh, I know what it's about.
Is this the State of the Union address?
No, nothing. It was, it was
Sometimes
pre.
there's moments where Brando and I go down a road and
Just a
Courtney
weird-
just kind of disconnects, disassociates, and
I
just
don't laugh at anything.
we do
I
our
just sit
thing.
there.
And that happened this week.
So we have a gavel because there's a segment where Courtney is a judge.
I
and
preside.
She has a gavel. And I don't know how we ended up talking about where you go to get a good gavel.
Okay.
And so it was like, there's all these different gavel places in town. Well, I wrote a commercial jingle.
Oh, Lord.
For the one that
I know.
I mean, I guess we enjoyed the most. So this would be a very long, very bad commercial jingle, but hopefully it works. So if you want to know where to buy a gavel or any judge supplies, just listen closely, I guess. And by the way, this song requires a lot of air. So
Okay, here we go.
gotta get some air in me. Oh, when you must be taken seriously while you judge the case you read. You can't worry about their tats or earrings or how the defendant pled. But if there's one thing that would make a perfect gift, one that works for girls and guys, when you need a gavel for yourself or friends, one that makes you look good and so wise to settle fights when they arise. There's one place that should be top of mind. They have all the best deals that you'll find, with all the best selection of judgment gear. They even have a sale rack of merch in the rear. I think you'll see the quality is better than Gavel City. That's why I love to go shopping at Gavel Town. Looks for work or play are all souped up. They even have white wigs and long gowns.
Oh, my God.
Fantastic.
And that harmonica playing up top, I didn't know you could do that.
It's I picked it up over the break.
Old Gavel Town is what we're talking about.
Run out of air, so
I even have my name engraved on it.
Look at that. Isn't that fancy?
Yeah.
That was really good. That's a lot of words.
It's a lot of
you
words.
had to write.
It was ridiculous.
There was a time when I
hard.
tried to learn all the words to that song.
Oh, yeah, me too. For sure.
I think I could maybe do about 75% of them.
Oh, really?
Maybe. But I don't even know what some of the words really are because I never looked them up.
You just say sounds.
Yes.
You spade it. Yeah. Yes.
All right, I thought we would do a question of the day today since we've got Nikki Glaser in, we've got Katherine Blanford in, and when it comes to breakups and petty things that we do, I think women will do some petty stuff. Okay?
Yeah.
We're off the hook.
Yeah. Well, listen, we just like to get back a little revenge.
We're
is all I'm
just
saying.
so self-aware.
We're one step ahead.
Yeah. I saw a story. I posted the video yesterday. Have you seen the reel of it's a kid and the mom has found out that her husband wished somebody she hates happy birthday?
Oh, I didn't watch it because I thought it was such an inappropriate thing to do in front of your kid.
Yeah, well,
I didn't want to see this kid's trauma start.
I think that was the stepdad did it.
Okay. So that's not as bad.
The birthday cake?
Yes, the birthday cake.
Okay, so what happens exactly?
I think she just gets a cake and they sing happy birthday.
Let's all sing happy birthday to Tina. Your dad wished him happy birthday on Instagram.
Oh, she got a cake to rub it in?
Yes. And all the kids sit around and sing happy
And
birthday.
this is a girl that she's threatened by.
I guess. We don't know the story about it.
She should DM her and bring her in.
She also has someone filming it. She's been ready.
This is good.
This is going to be good.
So I thought the question of the day could be men, women, what's the pettiest thing you've done after a breakup? I have a couple things to lead you into. People answered this online. Clean the toilet with his toothbrush, put it back.
Disgusting.
That's not good.
No.
Cut the tips off.
I didn't think of it first.
Cut the tips off of all his pants pockets.
Oh my God, that's horrible.
That's hilarious. No, I love that because by the way,
how do they all have holes in them?
He's never going to figure it out.
No.
He's never going to figure it out. It's just going to keep falling, and he's never going to look into it. Ever.
Stole every one of his power cords.
Oh man.
Yeah.
It's all right. I can't find him anyway.
This requested multiple visits to the guy's house by various religious groups.
That's good, clean.
And it says
That's
in one of the request forms, she said, even if I am resistant in person, keep trying. It's what's right for me.
Oh my God.
And you've heard about people that pettily do. Is pettily a word?
Yeah,
it is now.
It feels good. Pettily sign people up for emails.
Oh, yeah.
That's good.
Yeah. So if you guys have a petty thing you've done out of revenge, we would love to hear from you.
Ooh.
I can see Nikki's brains going.
I'm
But
just talk bad about them to everyone that you know and then get
On
back together with
stage.
them 2 months later and try to take it all back down and out. No, I will say that I Taylor Swift out a little bit. I will write jokes that if I know they ever hear, and a lot of times before Chris, I would date comedians, and so I know that they would somehow see it or be in the room, and so I would write a joke that my
Easter egg.
dream is that they would go, "Is this about me?" And not know it because I don't want them to think I'd care
Thinking
that
about
much.
them. Yes.
Yes, but that I am making fun of something that really would hurt their feelings,
Oh, man.
like a part of them that they are so deeply ashamed about that I know because I know them better than they know themselves because they don't introspect, and so I will find something to really shame them about, but in a way that's what, I was just doing a joke, really passive aggressive stuff. So that's
Was that you that did that? Oh, I forgot.
just something
Back hairs, ooh, you know when guys have gross moles?
I do, but if you love the person, you're I love this mole,
Yeah, it's true.
There's parts of that you're just yes, but
we'll call him
I've done
Itchy.
that before. Have you done stuff like that?
Yeah, no, I just casually started a podcast about cheaters that I've been doing for 3 years.
Did you
now.
Really?
Yes, I literally have a podcast
so
about
good.
cheating, and also I was dating a comic and caught him, and then he was still living in my apartment, and so, but I would have to wake up early for work before he woke up. So, but we had a Sonos speaker. out by the couch. And so when I woke up, I would start blasting Kelly Clarkson, Since You've Been Gone, as soon as I woke up. It was so petty just to wake him up. And then I would play it as I was leaving the apartment.
Oh, my God.
Since You've Been Gone.
That's a great song. You couldn't come up with something bad?
Yes, I know. Or it would be Carrie Underwood's
Before You Cheat.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So
It's a good
Is
one.
he still doing comedy?
I mean, sure.
Yeah, well, not like you, not at the level you are. I think the success is the best revenge, and that's. I remember there was this one guy I dated a really long time ago, Pete Lee. He's been on the Tonight.
Pete Lee?
Yeah,
That's a cute couple.
Yeah, he was like my first love, and I was really young, and he had a girlfriend at the time.
That's a problem.
I used to do that because I was scared of intimacy, and so, but I was like 21, and I was in love with him, and then he went back home. After we like met in Kansas City, he was featuring, and I was living there as a college student, just doing comedy, and we like had this weekend where we fell in love. Then he went back home, and he was like, "I'm gonna break up with my girlfriend," but he went back home, and he like wasn't breaking up with her, and so then I was like, "I can't talk to you anymore until you like make a decision," and then he did ultimately, and he chose her, and I was like, oh, you think that I'm just some girl that you met passing through, that's because he was doing way better than me at the time, that you're not going to run into throughout your life. I now have a new fuel that I want you to see my face everywhere. I want to haunt you the rest of your life. And so for the next 11 years, I slowly climbed the ranks, and he did, and now we're really good friends. We didn't talk for 11 years because I hated him so much. When he called me to say he chose her,
broke your heart.
I said, I'm so mad I ever met you, and I will never speak to you again. And over 11 years, we would cross paths because I moved to New York City, until one night he brought me up on stage at the Stand because he had to. He was hosting.
And I go, oh my God. That is, okay, as a comic, doing shows with people you've hooked up with or exes is the most gratifying or also like shameful thing.
Yes.
Also, depending on how your set goes.
I bombed, but when you bomb, it's so shameful because you know you just reinforce everything that they told themselves about you.
Yeah.
Even though men don't care and they kind of want you to bomb because they want you to be inferior to them, and it's threatening to them when you're actually talented. But
he goes, did you bomb for me?
But he brought me on stage, and I go, this is weird, as we like shook hands, and then afterwards he wrote me this email and was like, I just really want to talk to you. I'm so sorry. He's now, since he married that woman, then they divorced because she cheated on him and gave him, it was this whole thing. So then he writes me and it was like, I want to apologize, and I was like still bitter, and I was like, listen, we're fine, I don't hate you anymore, but like I don't want to know you. I maintain that. And then a couple years later, something happened where I was just like, I think I like saw a clip of him, and I'm like, he's literally the nicest person
he's Wisconsin
that's ever lived. He is so sweet.
You grew up and got over it.
And I said, let's be friends again. And he later told me, he said, one time my then wife and I were on the train on the subway, and all over were posters of you for your news show, for your MTV show, and she knew about me too, so they were just sitting there, and her hand was just clenching so tight, and he was just sweating bullets, and I was like, it came true, I did it,
and you might not have never known that story.
I would have never known
yeah,
it.
no
But
kidding.
he was like, you did it. You made me so uncomfortable. You were everywhere, and like that. That's where I relate to Miss Taylor Swift a lot, because I feel like she runs on that
He
field.
can never vacation an island because he's afraid he's going to wander onto F-Boy Island. You're like, oh, no.
All right,
It's all triggering for him.
We've got Katherine, we've got Nikki hanging out. We're going to talk some Hollywood stuff coming up in just a few minutes. Hollywood Outsider. It is the Courtney Show. Go see Katherine tonight, tomorrow at the Funny Bone, Westport, St. Louis.
You can count on Cantor. Hi, I'm Mark Cantor of Cantor Injury Law. Cantor Injury Law is local, and that's much different than the other lawyers you see advertising. You can count on Cantor to know you and your injury. Count on Cantor to know the law and how to maximize the money you win in your case. You can count on Cantor because we've been winning cases like yours for 30 years. Visit CantorInjuryLaw.com or call us at 314-628-9999.
The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely upon advertisements.
Funnybone.com. Get those tickets. Drizzle. Perfect weather for a comedy night.
So
There's
hilarious.
nothing else to do.
We'll have so much fun.
The Hollywood Outsider on 106.5 The Arch.
I really hate to break up the boy talk that's been going on.
It has been something.
There should be a separate podcast of like.
I'm telling you, we should have just turned the mics on.
I know.
You guys are in the
Really
girls'
is,
locker room.
I feel like I know this person so well, and there's just so much I want to know, and we just get into. And as comics, you just get into things that, and I feel like radio personalities are the same way. I really do, that we just talk about deep stuff that maybe happens for most people 3 months into a friendship. We just get to it faster because we just spill everything anyway. It's like our currency.
Yeah.
And so we could just get to some, oh man.
I know.
I see this like live feed online right now. I'm like, that better not be like audio.
No, we're not on.
Commercial break.
You're
Okay, good.
No.
Well, okay. I've needed to face some of my demons, so I'm like,
be a good thing.
I know.
Demons
I'm
are
waiting
being
to like,
faced.
yeah, I'm waiting for it to like my Instagram live to just be happening. And did you hit yourself? Did
This
you hit your
mic
tooth?
just like jutted into my tooth. And nearly cracked
That
it.
was unrecorded,
Oh
hopefully.
my
Yeah, that we'll have
God.
that.
Okay. Oh,
All right,
I'm
so we are in studio with not only Nikki Glaser, but Katherine Blanford, who's going to be at the Westport Funny Bone all weekend long. Nikki's got a show at the Fabulous Fox Theater in April. Get those tickets for both those shows.
Yeah, and unfortunately, everything I'm about to say is not nearly as interesting as what's been happening off the air, but we'll give it a shot anyway.
Sorry, St. Louis.
So if you thought you weren't going to get caught up in the old password sharing crackdown, think again. And I'm specifically talking about myself. HBO is going to start cracking down on Max. So Netflix did it. Hulu did it. Now HBO.
This isn't a part of my life, so I have my own passwords. I'm okay.
That's
Password,
the one.
Brad.
That's the one I've been.
This is
stealing.
People are
what
so,
I've strived for.
Yeah, people are so like, I'm not going to get this subscription. I'm not. And then you go, it's $12 a month.
I know.
It's actually not. A McDonald's meal is more than that now. They're actually not that expensive.
But if you add it
coffee and a half.
But if you add it all up with, if you've just all of them because of one show that you want to watch.
Yeah.
I get sucked
And
in
now
on
they're
every
talking
single
about
one
doing
of
it
them.
for sports.
And then I forget about it. And then you pay for an account, you pay for a service that finds the things that you're paying for that you forgot about. And then you pay for that thing.
Have you done one of those?
No, but I'm always tempted to
I am
because I know I
too.
got a
I
lot
know.
of
Me
subscriptions
too.
out there.
I pay for like apps, like AI apps that I didn't. I was like, I'll use this. It'll be cool. Never. And then I think I'm paying
and then you
$7 a month.
No.
So dumb. I know.
So and Max is going to crack down.
Yeah, they said later this year they're calling it a meaningful opportunity to increase revenue. Well, yeah, I'm sure it is.
They're the
Yes,
best one.
meaningful, very meaningful.
That's like conscious uncoupling for
Yeah, we're
we
gonna
are
get
evil
some money out of it.
capitalists. Yeah.
That Roseanne house is for sale. So the house that they used for the exterior shots in Blanford, Illinois, which is not a real place. The 4-bedroom house is listed at $225,000. And according to the story I have, I just mentioned it as a typo, but it made me laugh. They claim that the house is in Evansville, Illinois, which it is not in Evansville, Illinois. It's in Evansville, Indiana. But the thought that all took place in
Evansville?
little old Evansville, Illinois.
Isn't that the home of the Purple Aces?
I don't believe
Evansville?
so.
No, it's not.
But
If you move into the house, you just got to be ready for that. You know, people are driving by once a year to see
Right.
it. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
No one's driving by frequently. I went and saw the Jean-Benet Ramsey house recently, and I thought there was going to be like a crowd of people outside driving by to be like, because I just like true crime stuff. And then I realized no one's doing this. I can slow down and just park and gawk at it. Yeah.
They're used to it.
I thought it was going to be a crowd of people there. I'm like, this isn't 1996.
They're like, we've gotten over
it's
this.
literally 33 years later or something.
Are you out there with your candle?
Evansville, Indiana is the
Yeah. Oh, yeah, no, it's just the wrong state.
But I don't want a family. It's for sale.
Yes.
I don't want a posh family moving in. If you don't go look at this house in flannels and Costco
Yes,
hats,
the way it should
have
be.
a
you're not allowed to
motorcycle
buy
in
this
the
house.
Have you ever driven by any famous houses, Katherine?
I don't know. No, in Atlanta, one of Martin Luther King's houses is just casually there, and it's also like that. It's very casual house. It's one of the houses he grew up in, and
I went by OJ's. And,
they tore that down.
Nicole
Though, I think.
Brown's.
Yeah,
but are they memorialized, or is it just a family
there's
getting ready for
people
school?
living in them. I think.
I've done Breaking Bad, and the issue they have with that one is people throw pizza up because of that
on the
scene.
roof.
Okay.
And that one is like you're. I mean, you have to have some time on your hands if you're going to go find that one. I did the American Gothic house. Greg and I did, and it was very anticlimactic.
Yeah.
And then the Home Alone house because it's really close to where Emma grew up.
cool.
And in December, that one is kind of fun.
Is it all lit up?
No, they don't. I don't think they enjoy. I mean, it's a really nice house. There's a gate and the whole thing.
Talk about a nice
But in
house.
December-
I went to Tim Convey's new house the other night, and I drove up, and I was like, look at that house.
Yeah.
Who lives? I literally, that was like, that is the cutest house. And I was like, that's it? It was so amazing from the front. I sent it to all my friends on the girls' chat. I was like,
I made the girls chat?
Yeah, I was like,
man.
Tim Convey
Look at this
has
man.
arrived. This is the greatest house I could ever imagine. You wouldn't want any bigger. You definitely wouldn't.
perfect.
It is perfect.
How about
It's
that
huge.
kitchen?
The kitchen is insane.
It's the best kitchen.
And then the basement is so fun for kids because there's like a hallway that leads to another room that is like, it's just like everything. I didn't even see the upstairs yet, but I'm freaking out about it.
because Timothy was sleeping.
I
Just
love
wait.
that house so much.
Well, thank you. We're excited. So far, so good.
Yeah.
Thank you for not mentioning the
Gumball TVs, 9 TVs. Ewan McGregor's daughter is making fun of her dad online because she went to go brush her teeth, I guess, at his house, and he uses an Obi-Wan Kenobi toothbrush.
What?
That talks.
Wouldn't you? I would.
It talks. It looks like a lightsaber. It lights up. I'm
Is
like,
that
yeah.
his character?
Yeah.
If
Oh,
I got
yeah,
to
I would
be
use that.
Obi, I would. Yes.
I thought he was using an OB like
The most disgusting tampon that was ever created. I don't even understand why.
I don't know what that is. Yeah, no OB tampons. They're like, you're on your own, kid.
Yeah, no applicator.
It is. It's like, you know when like you push out a tampon too fast and the cotton part comes out and the applicator is just like, and you go, I don't know. That's what OB is. It's just the cotton part without the applicator,
Yes.
and you got to use your finger.
It's like a parachute. It's like, put your own parachute in as you're falling.
They cut down on waist, and I will use them sometimes, but it's for a rugged woman.
It's for the environment. Think of the environment. Let's move on. Kevin Bacon and Kira Sedgwick posted a dance video together. It's up on the blog today. People think they're starting to look alike.
They are a little
but they
bit.
dress alike in the
They're
video.
cute.
So
Aren't they cousins? Wasn't this just
Yes.
just came out? I just
Really?
posted about it on my Instagram story. They just found out they're like cousins, and my thing was, how do you keep a hot bedroom after all these years? And it was like Kira Sedgwick and Kevin Bacon find out they're cousins.
Well, now it's hotter.
Yeah, way hotter.
But every man in Hollywood, as you age, you get closer to looking
Female.
like a female rock star.
They lose testosterone and they gain estrogen, and we lose estrogen. So our testosterone kind of takes over, and so we get more masculine, they get more feminine, and yes, we do blend together, and that's why you and I look like David Spade on weekends.
Ranker.com asked people, because Oscars are this weekend, so they asked people for their favorite Oscar-winning movie. So it just had to be a movie that, I don't think it was like necessarily Best Picture, just movies that had won an Oscar before. And so it's Ranker, so, you know, it kind of changes throughout the day. But I've got the top 20. Any off the top of your head?
I don't know one.
I know, it's difficult.
Right, Flowers, The Flower Moon. Is it the current one?
No, they're just saying of all time.
All time.
Titanic?
Titanic did make it at number 20. This is
American Beauty?
not in the
Did
top
that win?
20.
The Color
But it probably
Purp.
won something.
Yeah, The Color Purp.
The Color Purp.
Hey, guys, I have The Color Purp down there.
I'll give you the top 5. One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest at number 5. Silence of the Lambs at number 4. Godfather Part 2 at number 3. Schindler's List at number 2. And then The Godfather 1 at number 1. They're saying that's the best
I've
of all
watched
time.
8 out of 10. I don't know how many there are. I only have 2 Best Picture nominees to watch.
What
left.
do you like
From
so
this year.
far?
This, obviously, I think Oppenheimer's going to win. That was not my favorite, but I think Killers of the Flower Moon should win. That was like, that's an Oscar Best Picture movie. It is insane to me that The Holdovers or Past Lives or what was the one I saw recently? The
Fall.
American Fiction. Anatomy of the Fall, I couldn't get through.
I heard American Fiction wasn't great.
It's cute, but it's not.
Did you see the Emma
Best
Watson
Picture?
one?
Yes, I did, and that was uncomfortable because you see. There's no difference between that movie and pornography.
That's what I've heard.
There's literally no difference. And the fact that she can
Like
go
a little
on
girl.
Kelly Clarkson and promote this on Fallon, and porn stars aren't allowed to go on and promote their things. Like, there's literally no... If you want to see Emma Stone having... like in
Relations,
pornography.
yeah.
We use hanky-panky as the term
Sorry,
around here.
if
Yeah.
you want to see her having hanky-panky in every which way, and she's
More
also
like a game
has
show
the
from the
brain of a
70s.
baby.
Right, she's young too, and he's older, right?
Yeah, like
So-
she looks like she is, but
Like
she
a
has
little
the brain
girl.
of a baby.
Yeah.
It's so uncomfortable, and I think it's like supposed to be, but it's also like
edgy and
okay,
different.
but like
you have a problem
it's a
with it, it's
comment
your
on
fault.
that. But it's like, or is it actually providing content for people who like this sort of thing? Like I don't know. She was amazing in it. Mark Ruffalo is hilarious. It ended up being like, okay, this is a good movie, but it's deeply uncomfortable. And I just feel like if porn stars aren't allowed to be on, things, then she shouldn't either. Because if porn stars aren't allowed to go on red carpets or go to award shows, they're totally kept in this private sector.
They're deemed not acceptable.
But because of what she did, has a script around it and better lighting. I just don't get what the difference is. If you want to have a discussion with me, DM me. I really want to get into this because I just don't get it.
Well, I definitely don't want to watch it now.
I know exactly right.
New movies out this weekend: Kung Fu Panda 4, a horror movie called. I know there's another one. There's a horror movie out called Imaginary. So it's a one of those Blumhouse. It's a little.
Those ones are great. The
It's a
Blumhouse
little
Productions.
bear. It's like
I
a
don't
toy.
know.
It's like a toy bear, and there's like imaginary friends and stuff. I watched the
Happy
trailer.
Death Day is great.
I
If you've
love
not
when
seen it.
inanimate objects come to life
Well,
because
this
those sound.
guy is coming to life.
Yeah, those actually those stick around in your brain. As much as you go, that's not true, that's not true, that's not true, and then
It's
in the middle of the
freaky.
night, there's something staring at you, and that sticks in your brain.
Oh, that's a
This
good
one-
point.
This
Yeah.
one's gonna stick.
Yeah.
On the TV, you've got Damsel, which is available today on Netflix. It's a Millie Bobby Brown something that she's doing. Max has the streaming premiere of Wonka, so now we can finally watch Chalamet.
Tim,
Gotta get on
big fan of Timothy Chalamet. Tim is.
You love a small man. You love a small fragile man.
I'm a Shalamaniac. Just that one in particular. I'm a really big fan. of.
Yeah?
I
Did you see
love it. Are
Wonka?
you not into his work?
I do. I just watched Dune for the first time. I can't wait to watch Dune 2 in theaters. I love him, but
Yeah, he's great.
I do feel like Zendaya could put him in her little itty bitty purse. Yeah, walk away. Like I love how itty bitty little and beautiful and artistic.
Did you watch
he
him
is.
like that conversation him and Kylie had at the whatever when they were lip sync and people translated what they were saying?
Yeah.
They were just talking to each other. Yeah, that was really interesting. That was my favorite performance of his. Was just being like so in love with her and being like, I got this necklace, and then they're like, that's my favorite. I want more of that content where people who can lip read tell me what celebrities be talking about.
Right, and whatever they say, you're going to believe. You know,
yeah.
You know,
Wait, I didn't even consider that it could be wrong.
It's the opposite of bad lip reading. It's good lip reading.
Yeah.
And then got the Oscars Sunday night. Jimmy Kimmel's
Oh, that's
hosting.
right.
I'm Brando, your Hollywood outsider. We have tickets to give away.
We sure do. The Golden Girls, the laughs continue as it's Stiefel Theater March 12th. The Golden Girls will not be there. They are no longer with us. However, they found 4 men to dress up like the Golden Girls, and it is going to be hilarious. Tickets and details, 1065thearch.com, or if you'd like a pair from us, just be calling number 10 right now, 314-954-1065, or in Illinois, 618-398-1065. Tickets for the Golden Girls, the laughs continue at Stiefel. Call now. Good luck.
The Courtney Show.
Congratulations to Lindsay Osterholt of Lake St. Louis. She won 2 tickets to the Golden Girls. The laughs continue. It is Tuesday night, March 12th at the Stiefel Theater. Tickets still available. You can go to 1065thearch.com to get all the details and extra chances to win lots of tickets. Hootie and the Blowfish, Def Leppard and Journey and Cheap Trick, Blues vs. Wild, NKOTB. So you can sign up to win some tickets. You can also try to win tickets via the Arch app as well. So go to our website, and while you're at the website, tell them what to do, Tim.
Oh, request a Great Taste Gang song of the day. Anything you want to hear, especially Friday, I feel like we get a little wild. So anything at all you want to hear, request it on there. We will play it at the end of the show, 1065thearch.com.
All right, and in studio with us, Brando just goes, what do you want to do? I go, I don't know.
I love that as soon as the mics turned off, you guys went immediately back
into the
to
conversation.
story. I mean, it was seamless.
I had a bookmark in, and I knew exactly where we were.
It was incredible.
You almost didn't want to do that segment
Yeah,
because you wanted to hear a
The
story.
ability to take that in your mind and just set it over here and then have a conversation and go right back to that spot.
That's what people are always so impressed by. By the way, Katherine Blanford is here. She's at the Funny Bone this weekend.
Thank
You got to
you,
go see
Nikki.
shows.
Thank you, guys.
No, I wasn't trying to be like, you did miss saying that, guys. I interrupted the job you had to do,
okay.
so I felt like I had to do it. She's so funny. Go see her at the Funny Bone. I'm going to try to go tonight to see you and just hang out because I can't. I've never seen a long form setup, just seen your Tonight Show. It's so funny, and clips online all the time. So funny. Funny Bone tonight at Westport Plaza. And I'm Nikki Glaser. Hi.
You're at the Fox Theater in April.
I'm at the Fox Theater April 27th. Come to that. That will be so fun. It's obviously my hometown show. It means so much to me to fill it up, and so every single ticket that I sell really means a lot to me.
It's your first time at the Fox too, right?
Yeah,
that's cool.
I know. I'm so excited. I saw Funny Girl there a couple months ago, and I was like,
it?
I can't believe I'm going to be here. I mean, the best singing I've ever heard.
I
in my
love Funny.
life.
Funny Girl is one of my very favorite.
It's my mom's favorite
movies.
too.
I love it so much.
Musical comedy really the comedy within musicals bothers me because it's like just everything's like this. Laugh, and then I don't know about this. It's just my mom and I were laughing at people laughing at the bad jokes. Like that's the most fun we had. But the singing.
Don't Rain on My Parade. How was that number?
Oh, so
one of my
good.
favorites.
The main girl is one of the best singers I've ever heard in my life. Literally the best. And I'm training to be a vocalist, and it just made me so sad and want to quit everything. Like it's one of those performances that you just go, "What's the point?" So good, but it was just weird being in that place and being like, "Wait, how am I going to sell so many tickets?" So please buy tickets. I think they're selling well though. Wait, can I tell you this? I did my first. So I got asked by PETA. You know how they do that campaign that's like. I'd rather go nude than wear fur. They've always had that campaign, and I've been vegan for like 8 years, and I've kind of been like, when are they going to ask old Glazed out to partake in this? And years ago, I got an email being like, hey, we would love to use you for a campaign. We see that you're a vegan. Thank you for your advocacy. We have this campaign against wool. Will you dress up as a lazy / silly sheep? And so I said, absolutely not. Call me when you want me to get naked. Like, I'm not joking.
This is the time to be naked, too.
What do you mean?
Don't ask me in 10, 15 years.
Right, exactly.
Get me now.
And this was 5 years ago, and I was like, I'm not going to do it. But little did they know, I was like, oh, my schedule. But I was like, no, I'm not going to be your joke. You're a funny girl. You ask Olivia. Exactly. I'm funny girl. Exactly. It's that's what I liked about Funny Girl. It was my life. The girl that's not. The opening number of Funny Girl is like, you're ugly, so you need a personality. No one's going to take you seriously. You can't be famous. You're not as good looking as everyone else. You're an ugly woman.
With a short boyfriend.
It really is that. I was like, oh my God, this movie. And I remember a therapist telling me to watch Funny Girl because it was my life. And I never did. And then it was all coming together for me there. But they asked me finally to do this nude PETA shoot. I did it 2 days ago.
Awesome.
How much time did you have to prepare? I would need a year. 1 year.
They probably asked me in November, and so it was. This is my life, though. I say yes to things because I go, oh my God, that's going to be amazing to do in 6 months. Like, I'll be there. I'll be ready for it. And then I literally don't think about it until the day before. I put it out of my mind.
Broccoli last night.
Because, yes, I really, 2 days before was when I go, oh, I think I need to, like, just not eat, but, like, just watch what I'm putting in my body that's not a lot of sodium or whatever.
Yeah.
And I started panicking. I had a couple cry sessions on the girls' chat of, like, why would I do this? Who do I think I am that I'm doing this? And then the weirdest thing happened at the shoot. It was I hate photo shoots more than anything because you have to look at yourself too much. I don't like looking at myself. I never have.
You realize how much of a model you're not. You know, you think you are in the moment.
Oh my God, you think you are.
And then you see the pictures and you're like.
And you think it'll be easy to be a model.
Right. You go, close your mouth, Katherine. Who did you think you are?
It's crazy how bad it is. There's thousands of photos taken to get one good one. Yes. And so every model you look at and you go, oh, how do they do it? It's like, you got to remember there's thousands and thousands of bad pictures. But real good models don't need that. But I realized it was a closed set, you know, there were no men. It was just all women, so I felt really free. I wore like a nude thong, so I wasn't like fully nude, but they were like, do you want pasties? I was like, no, I'm going full, you know, like men can do this. I'm Bert Kreischer'ing. Like, let's do it.
Were you walking around the set with nips out? And like cameramen? And
no men. There were no men. So I was like, because there were some men before.
It was only animals,
Yeah, just like.
I got a coyote up there like.
And them having to see that was cruelty to them, so it didn't fit with their whole. But I realized, I go, what? I felt like embarrassed that I was so okay with it and how I was having fun with it. And usually at photo shoots, I'd really have to like step off to cry, and then we have to redo my makeup because I'm just like, I'm not as pretty as I want to be, and now I have to like deal with it, and I can't change anything, and this is just the way I look the rest of the day. And like, I usually have I have episodes.
You
My
have
mom-
breakdown,
My
little
mom was
breakdowns.
there to support me because this obviously was going to be worse because I'm naked. But it wasn't worse because my concern is always my face. But no one's looking at my face in this. And so I didn't care about my face. And my body it's the first time I've ever even seen it like this. So I was just like, oh, whatever it is. And it was interesting that it was way less bad for me because my face is still bothersome to me. I kept zooming in and being like, oh, I'm doing the wrong face. And everyone was like, your face will not matter because you're nude. I was like, oh, this is freeing. So it ended up being like the best photo shoot I've ever had. I was in the best mood. And then I'm now reflexively having that like, oh, that's too much. Like, I'm going to get made fun of. People are going to be like, oh, she thinks she's hot. And like all these things that like inevitably follow whenever you have a sense of self. Whenever you're like confident,
somebody will bring you down.
Of
Right.
like, oh, who does she think she is? Like, sorry, honey, you're not a model. You're a comedian. And you're like, okay. But when I talk about how I'm ugly, you guys say I'm pretty. Like, I can't win.
Yeah.
What do you want me to do?
How dare you feel confident?
Yeah. But everyone wants women to feel confident, and there's always body positivity. But the second you do, they're like, ew, she's like likes herself too much. This is braggy. There's like never really a place where you can feel comfortable being. But yeah, it happened.
And when's it going to come out?
I don't know. I'm like, I might see the pictures and be like, can we delay this until I might be like doing a roast at some point, so I want it to come out after that.
Yeah.
So no one can use those against me.
Oh, yeah. That's a good idea.
Was your mom like, I like your tits in this one? Oh, sorry. Can you say that? Like, were your mom at that photo shoot of all of it?
I've never even seen my mom's bare breasts, so she was like, there's something about, I think my comedy and like just the way I am publicly, like so outspoken and so like in your face, is kind of a reaction to like her being more modest, and I'm trying to show her like, you can be this, like you can be proud. So she was just like, I am in awe of you. I can't believe it. She was like really proud of my boobs.
And she didn't tag it with a just kidding.
Yeah, no, there was no just kidding. She really was
meant
like,
it.
it was really sweet. Like her reaction at my shows is usually like, I can't believe all these people love you so much. That's usually
not about what you've done on stage.
Never. It's
No,
just,
that feels like an insult.
At all these people who love you. This is ridiculous.
Yeah.
I can't believe it. And I'm always just like, is that a compliment? But this time it was really like, you really were so professional and so confident, and I just was so proud of you. So it was really a good bonding experience for us.
It wasn't as good as when you guys were watching Oscar movies and they both fell asleep. I did see that story. It brought me more joy than a lot of things have in a couple weeks.
Oh, I'm so glad. Yeah, I
Your
photographed
dad
them
is
just
like-
sleeping like they were dead while we're watching Anatomy of a Fall. And then I wake them up and I go, she did it. And they go, what? What? I'm like, it's not revealed yet.
All right, well, we need to break again. We have to do some traffic. We've got in studio tickets for both these very funny ladies. Katherine Blanford tonight at the Westport Funny Bone. Tonight, 2 shows. Saturday, 2 shows. And of course, Nikki Glaser at the Fabulous Fox Theater. You can see her in April. Get all those tickets because they are a joy. There's nothing better than just somebody working to make you laugh.
Yeah, women with opinions.
Do you know what I'm saying? Do you know what I'm saying? They're like sitting back on a Friday night, Saturday night. You've had a rough week. I was a little crabby this week. We talked about it.
Right.
Just unreasonably crabby and
God, I've been
bothered.
there.
And just sitting back and just laughing.
You just know you're
You
going
don't
to
have to do
laugh.
anything.
You
And
know
getting
you're
a
gonna laugh.
massage.
Yeah, you don't have to have conversations with anyone.
Yes.
You just sit back and
you
laugh.
don't have to if you don't want to. There's no like you're in the dark,
Yeah.
so like you
Laugh
just
or don't.
you could just listen and you get to be alone with your thoughts. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Right. And we're talking about our woes. You realize that other people's lives are,
Yeah, and
are
you're
in
like,
shambles too.
My life's not
that's
nearly as
it.
bad as
Right.
hers.
Yes.
Exactly.
All right, let's get a look at your traffic.
Courtney Show.
Time to play. Time to play Survey Says. We're gonna play. Gonna play Survey Says.
All right, it's time for Survey Says in studio with us. I mean, really, they won't care about this, but you guys answered.
I know.
Katherine Blanford performing at the Westport Funny Bone this weekend. 2 shows tonight, 2 shows tomorrow. Our friend Nikki Glaser is also hanging out here. Fabulous Fox Theater in April. Metrotix.com for Nikki and stlouisfunnybone.com for Katherine. So every week on a Friday, we write questions. Who on the show is most likely to? And
Listeners answer.
yes. And so we put it online and our listeners answer, and sometimes it hurts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe
And-
Maybe, Catherine, based on your
Yes,
very limited knowledge
Well,
of
you
the
can't
show,
wait.
you answer first who you think
Even
on
though
the show.
one of the people
One person's not
available
even here.
is Chris, and so he's not here.
Is he still available to be an answer on the quiz?
Yes.
Oh, okay, that's
Yeah,
good.
like
we
him.
keep him in the.
And he wins quite a bit.
I bet he does.
Yeah.
He does.
He's a very specific person.
Yes, he
It is kind of. We
feel
mentioned
like
Weekend at Bernie's this morning. It's kind of a Weekend at Bernie's thing with
Yeah,
with
okay,
Chris.
yeah,
We're like,
yeah.
hey, Chris, what do you think? He's like, I don't know, man.
He seems very supportive. He seems like a supportive, happy guy. The
Chris?
sunshine, right?
Yeah.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Always happy.
Okay. Yeah. I can see a little too happy, maybe.
Supportive is definitely.
First.
Okay. So you answer first.
He is exactly that.
You two answer first before we hear what they say. All
So
right.
Chris is your other option. Courtney, Brando, Tim, and Chris. Who on the show is most likely to send someone a glitter bomb? This is a reference to something we talked about earlier.
Brando, because of how creative he is with his parody songs, but also not afraid to go on the to go too far sometimes.
Okay, that's a great answer.
I'm going to say
Nikki?
Chris because I just feel like that just
He's
seems like
prank guy.
He is kinda pranky.
He's a pranky guy, and he likes
Crafts.
crafts.
Yeah, he's crafty and cranky.
That's a good point.
Nikki's right. Chris won big. Chris took 60% of the
makes sense.
vote. The three of us kind of split the rest.
I would think Brando would get last because he had a rage blackout moment this week over glitter.
Oh, really?
I appreciate your support, Catherine.
Yeah, you hate sunshines and rainbows and glitter.
There was a project and glitter was everywhere.
My wife did a project with my 8-year-old, and they ended up having glitter everywhere, and they just didn't clean it up, and so now we just have glitter tracked around the house.
Yeah, it's a little reminder that there's a little bit of glitter everywhere in your life. Yeah.
We don't need it.
When people don't like glitter, I don't understand. It sticks around, and it's a reminder.
That is a good point. Like, what is the problem?
Because then if you look in the mirror and there's this odd glitter on your face.
But it's pretty.
Wonderful. Yeah, it's a little glitter. It's a little
glitter.
Looks like you went to a music festival.
A music festival or a strip club.
There he is. He was Warren G. Harding at school
that's
today.
adorable.
Oh, that's so cute.
glitter
That's
is his name.
good.
His neck looks a little weird.
Yeah, he's got a bit of a giraffe,
neck.
Yeah.
Chris won by a lot, and they all said basically because he's a prankster. Next up, who on the show is most likely to come into work with a big stain on their clothes?
You know, I wrote this one.
This is very interesting. Yesterday, about halfway through the show, realized I had some of my child's vomit on my hoodie. It was,
okay.
I didn't notice it before
I thought you said
that.
my childhood vomit. Like, I thought it was like in the Conklin family. I thought, like, maybe this is a real thing.
This
like,
is
your
Tim's
mom
throws
preserved
away.
this blanket and made it into a sweatshirt.
That is hilarious.
No, TC3 had thrown. Timothy threw up that morning, and then
That's
it's adorable,
There's
right?
a dad move.
That's
I love
right.
that. I think that's like sexy.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, like, you know, with no intent. I'm just putting that out there. I think it's cute. Like, it's cool when
Yes.
you see dads have like mom things.
Look
going
at me
on.
getting involved.
Yeah.
I'm a dad.
Look at
about
me
it.
wearing my wife's sweatshirt.
I am going to say, they're going to say me.
Oh, the stain. Yeah, let's go back to the stain.
I am kind of clumsy, got the boobs.
Yeah, I would say you.
Yeah.
I would say you too.
I don't want to say you. I want to say Brando
I know,
again.
No, Brando, I think
Wait.
is fastidious.
This
Really?
is
I'm not usually stain covered,
This
but
is
I could be.
pretty interesting. So Brando and I came in first, understandably being the dads. We tied at about 32%.
It's the kids' fault.
Then Courtney right there with 30%.
Yeah,
Chris
yeah, I can
barely
see
got Chris barely got any.
And
Yeah,
usually when
he's
I'm
not a
wearing
stained
white,
man.
and it'll happen sometime
yeah.
from putting it on, and then once I put it on, I'm like, it's too late for
The
me.
only white clothes I
Staying
own are
on.
gifts that people have given me because I would never do that to myself.
Yeah, but I love some white.
I look so good in it with
White
the
is
spray
so
tan.
just.
I know.
Oh, yeah, it really does.
I don't. At what point in my life am I not going to be putting bronzer all over my face
That's
every
the,
second
that's
of
the
every
thing,
day?
all over my collar. I don't know. My whole life is bronzer everywhere. On every light switch, every wall, every surface has bronzer on it.
I was doing a show the other weekend, and a guy was like, "Just take my jacket. You're freezing." And I was like, "No, you don't understand what's going to happen."
Sir.
And you know what happened? I put it on for 10 minutes, and I gave it back to him, and there was a rim of bronze around the neck.
Every man I've ever hugged, there is a smudge of brown on his left shoulder. And I just stare at it, and I go, "Do I fix it? What do I do?" And then he has to like give a speech, like it's like at a thing. He has to give a speech, and he looks like disheveled, which is all because of me and my insecurities.
Up next, who on the show? Oh man, this one. Who on the show is most likely to have a motivational quote on their email signature?
Oh boy,
I assume none of us.
None of you would do that.
Have you ever?
No, Courtney would never.
I hope that I get the least amount of points.
Would you put like a sad song lyric on yours?
No, I'm not doing any of that stuff.
Okay,
really?
The only way it would happen, I think,
if you're doing it ironically,
Chris, and it would be ironically.
Yes.
Yeah. I think that's the only way. Or Brando too. I could see you doing it ironically.
Those quotes will come back to bite you because it's some positive quote, and then somebody wrote you a nasty email, and then they're like, "Love every day and every person," and then it's like. I don't know.
How did this
not
shake
excited
out?
to say that I won.
Yeah. Okay, because you're a sincere person.
I'm the most.
You're positive.
You're sincere.
I'm positive. Yeah, but a quote it's too much. So I got about 50% of the vote, and then Chris got like 38% of the vote.
Yeah, these people know me.
A little bit for Brando, and then Courtney barely.
Yeah, way to go!
For the record, I would never.
That.
None of us ever would. Yeah,
yours
people
just says "piss off." Piss off, Courtney.
Coldly, Courtney.
Never email me again.
In fairness,
I hope this email finds you. Like, well,
I hope it finds you alive.
I'm going to start using that. I hope this email finds you. I love it.
And in fairness, we don't know what's at the end of Chris's emails because he never receives.
That's true. Yeah.
Man, I sent him one of the most exciting texts I could ever send him yesterday. Something he would love to do.
Really?
And yes.
It's like a bucket list.
It is it can happen.
Oh, I know what this is.
You do?
So the hot dog car?
Better.
No.
It's
What?
better.
Really?
It's better than
No, really?
It's better than anything, and I did not hear back from him.
Oh no.
Yeah.
He's in that work
He's in the
K-hole.
zone.
I'm
He's
just
in the
saying,
weeds.
it's a big deal.
He's in the weeds.
Big deal.
He better not miss out on that.
He'll surface. All right, up next, who on the show is most likely to have an avatar of themselves for texting? Like when you text someone.
Right.
I do not because I don't know how to do it.
I'm getting
would.
slammed on this.
Oh,
thing.
everyone
it's
I
you.
know.
For
I
sure
don't
it's
have
you.
that. I would never have that.
Everyone that I
You
know, every
should.
friend I have, like of a certain, they all have them. I do
know,
not.
It is a thing.
The cartoon
Yes.
image of you
Yes.
at the top of the thing.
Yeah.
Yes.
They- When you text back, it's like "Happy Thanksgiving" and it's you.
Yeah.
It's
being
your
like
avatar.
that.
The Bitmoji thing.
Cool,
Yes.
and you got
And I'm
the
always
sunglasses
like,
down.
that's cute.
Yeah.
That's what you think you look like.
I love that.
Totally.
I love what you do.
I do love my sisters better than any because she's like, I know I am not a stick, so she put like a little whiter gal on her. I was very proud of her.
I like that. I
She's
like that.
and she's the only truthful one.
Right. Some people, they put a little freckle on themselves.
Yeah, you know, that's your age spot.
You're like, where's the dark circles under your eyes?
Mine is a little dried vomit on my avatar, actually. It's pretty good.
So you won this.
I won it, unfortunately, with
Yeah.
38. And then Chris, again, I mean, we essentially
No
tied.
way.
No.
Not a
Never.
chance for him again.
Did I
if he
get
texts.
last?
Again, we wouldn't know.
Yeah, not a clue. Courtney came in last. Yeah, who do you think wrote these questions, too?
I thought these questions were
No,
good.
they are
Listen,
good,
they're
but of course.
sparking combo.
Courtney would never. Unless she would, in which case I'm on board.
I would if I knew how to do it. Because I feel left out
Does
whenever we
Android
send
even
me
do
their-
that?
Oh, yeah.
No
I don't
offense,
know.
It's not an Android
I haven't
dig.
really worked very hard on trying to figure it out either.
Yeah, you just
I
don't
also
care.
want to be those fast GIF senders,
do you
GIF
mean?
senders.
Whoa,
yeah.
With
no,
the-
how do they
How
have
do they
those
have
on
them
hand?
immediately? Like the one with the hot.
That's a good point.
They have their favorites.
The one with the hot dogs falling on the person's face.
Yes.
I could use that for a million things. Or the movie lines.
I'm
That's
always
perfect.
I want the one where they eat the popcorn and they're like ready for the
Yes.
TV smells. That's
Mine, if I ever am looking for one, I know it pops up as like a ... or it's like it has the little magnifying glass, so you know I'm looking for
Yes! How do they have them?
And then it ruins the surprise. Like, you want it to come out of nowhere.
Yeah.
So I
like
hate
yesterday, I wanted to send my niece Sydney because she turned 20 yesterday. The Friends, that thing because we had a joke about it, and I couldn't. I don't know how to do it.
I know.
I don't know how to do it.
It's okay.
It took me
You're
a
not
second,
alone.
but I did make one a long time ago.
You have an avatar?
Yes.
Oh my God.
Oh, man.
Oh, it's.
It doesn't even look. I have
Wait,
purple
you have
hair.
long hair.
You
I
look
don't
like
even
a
know
Bratz
why.
doll.
That's just Jesus.
happening?
He does look like a Bratz doll.
I don't even understand why it has purple long hair.
What is happening there?
But
Why
yeah.
do you have a C cup?
So Brando's the one.
I should win.
It hurts.
And finally, who on the show is most likely to become a TikTok star?
You.
I'm not on TikTok.
But you'd be the only one that would know how to do it,
Yeah.
maybe.
Yeah,
And
I agree.
Of course, I'm a radio host. I come into work with.
Oh, yeah, that thing.
Hey
yeah,
guys.
Hey, guys.
I don't know. I'm just trying to think of our talents
Like,
that we have.
Who
And
would they
I think Chris could probably do it like unintentionally.
Oh,
Yeah,
no,
we-
his Instagram stuff. We always talk about how
It's
good
solid.
some of
It's
his
strong.
stories are.
Yeah.
So they'll
Yeah.
say,
Yeah.
they'll say
Strong.
Chris.
Like how tos.
oh, they're just stories,
adventures.
fun.
Yeah.
yeah.
Jokes.
And they're good.
And he works so hard on them, and I go, babe, this is only going to exist for a day, and then it disappears forever.
I know.
So make it as a main
Yes.
post if you work this hard on them, because
It's
these
so
are so
good.
good. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And he's so cute, just looking at it and like thinking of captions. And he's so funny, but I just go, wait, you have to understand, Instagram stories disappear forever. And so I think I was like, just send whatever you have now. Just post, like, don't think about it anymore. And I've trained him to kind of do it a little bit faster.
But they always have a conclusion. Like, he has cliffhangers going on throughout.
He's got
and
a
he's
plot.
pretty.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Real strong narrative
Yes.
work.
Yeah,
And
good
then it
stuff.
disappears. I'm like, you got to make it a main.
Yeah,
Oh, that's
fun, though.
fun.
So I won 45% of the vote. Then Chris, 34. Then Brando. And Courtney came in last. You're spending the most on TikTok, the most time.
I'm not.
Not posting,
Well,
but you're at least absorbing it a lot more.
I'm absorbing
I
it
don't
from
look-
Nick.
Nick.
That's
Yeah.
the only way.
Yeah.
I don't have TikTok.
Oh, you don't have it at all?
No.
What are
Oh,
you
see,
watching?
I just watch.
I don't do TikTok either.
I'm watching it's lots of
Pimple popping?
unlikely animal friends.
Yeah.
Cats and dogs.
I think they're all drugged up.
How
by the
much
way.
time do you spend on TikTok? Oh, they are. All those. If you ever see an animal that's
Like,
with
look,
another
here's a
animal
lion with a
snuggling, they're
steak.
literally drugged.
Yeah, like-
Oh,
don't
stop
watch those.
it.
Don't watch those. They're
on
set
Ambien.
up and they're really
Why do
it's
you
bad
have to
stuff.
hurt me?
I'm so sorry.
She
Wait,
works for PETA now.
Catherine, how much time do you spend on TikTok a day? Like, because I want to get into it, but I'm scared it's gonna like ruin my life and take up
don't
my
do
time.
Yeah, it'll ruin you, and it will send. You're like, no. I like pimple popping, and I like rescue dogs, and it'll be like, but you like watching people get arrested, right? You're like, no, I don't, and then it keeps sliding in there every
It's like,
third
yeah, you
video,
do.
and it'll
Man.
change your whole point of view.
Okay, damn. Okay, all right.
So responses are a bunch of me and Ludo, Chris and Nikki would be that reason. And then they think Brando could have one dedicated solely to how big his hands are. That sounds like a good
So they're
TikTok
saying
experiment.
to me, she's got nothing. There's not a content. There's
they're
nothing
just saying
she can-
I'm a freak.
No, just nothing interesting about her. To
No,
have a
you're
channel.
Look desperate for attention in that way. That's what it is.
Thank you guys for answering. Survey says it is the Courtney Show on the Arch.
We just played Survey Says. We had fun playing Survey Says.
First 5 notes on 106.5 The Arch.
First 5 notes is brought to you by Carroll House Furniture. Carroll House will beat any price in the country. Carroll House, because you like nice things. Our contestant today for First 5 notes, you guys will remember her. We all met her. It's Missy. Missy came in at the very end of our radiothon for Children's Hospital with Intellica. Andrew, Erica, and Missy all came in and gave us a $1,000 check.
Oh, yeah. That was fantastic.
How you
Missy.
doing today, Missy?
I'm doing great.
Now, Missy, are you telling us this because you think we're going to slant the game so you win?
Well, we will. We will.
Exactly. That's exactly what I'm hoping.
We never normally do that.
No. We make you play straight, but
all right. So we have Katherine Blanford, who's going to be at the Westport Funny Bone in town tonight, 2 shows, and tomorrow night. So normally one of us plays against the caller on the phone.
Okay.
And Missy will have first shot at it. She has to get 2 out of 3 in order to win the tickets to Def Leppard, Journey, and Cheap Trick at Busch Stadium this summer.
Am I competing against Missy?
You're going to compete against Missy.
You've got this in the bag.
Okay.
I am a Def Leppard. I don't know any reference to anything.
That's the first answer. You just got one on accident.
I'm sorry, Missy.
All right, so are you ready?
Thanks for helping.
Okay.
Got you, boo-boo.
Are you ready to go?
Yes.
I'm ready.
Oh, here we go. Then, Missy, here is song number. I was distracted. I was providing headphones. I apologize.
Oh, that's
Missy,
very
this
nice
is
of you.
completely on me and not on you at all. I apologize. Here we go. Here's song number 1.
Am I going first?
No, Missy.
Perry, Journey.
Yeah,
Steve Perry. We'll take Steve
Perry. Oh, Sherry, did you know that one?
Every answer I'm going to have is Girls Just Want to Have Fun by Cyndi Lauper.
You won't. Yeah, you'll get it eventually. If you do. Good work, Missy. You are 1 for 1, but let's see how you do on song number 2.
Yeah. Gonna probably need help on this one or hear it again.
Do you know it, Katherine?
I don't know. I know the song. And it's not by Creed, but I'm going to go with Creed.
So
and I'm going to go
Creed.
Lips of an Angel.
That's not a Creed song.
This artist was in the group House of Pain, and he sang Jump Around, Get Up on me. Does that do anything for you?
Yeah, no.
It's more me just bragging about a little trivia. Missy.
Ja Rule.
If you live happily, I can't say that word.
Ever After.
Well,
yeah.
Oh, okay.
I was trying to say happily after.
Never have I
Ever.
Yeah.
Okay, and not first, but not first, but
Ever clear.
No, not
Missy. Not first.
She said
but
it, I think.
Everlast.
There it is.
That's a tough one.
Yeah.
Is this Sex and Candy?
No,
that's Marcy's
What it's
Playground.
like, Everlast. Were you referencing the song or just the experience in the room?
That's a big win.
That's a big win, Missy. 2 for 2. You got it. You got the tickets. Congratulations. But, Missy, we've met you. We know that you're someone who likes to go for glory. You want to give a shot for song number 3?
Of course.
Okay, and Katherine, you're in on this too. Here we go. Song number 3.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah. Poison?
That's it.
Nailed it.
Way to go, Missy from Intellica. We appreciate your donation and tickets for one of the biggest shows this summer, Busch Stadium. Def Leppard, Journey.
Yes, I was gonna be buying them if I didn't win them, so I'm glad I won them.
That's awesome.
Nice.
And it's also over the 4th of July weekend. It'll be a great time. So congratulations to Missy. You stand by. We'll get you those tickets. You are welcome. And we will play First 5 Notes for a new prize next week on The Courtney Show.
The Courtney Show.
All right, I have really not done a good job keeping up with the text line today. The Cheney window and door text line, you guys have had great things, but I'm going to save the petty things for next week.
Great.
Does that sound good to you?
Oh, yeah, why not?
Oh, yeah, because I just don't have time to go through all of them. Our special guest in studio all morning, Katherine Blanford's been here.
Yeller.
You need to go see her at at the Westport Funny Event. Just that response just reminded me of something Paul Rudd would have done, and I love you, man. Like, hey.
I'm still here.
Have you performed in St. Louis before?
I've done one off show, and then
Okay.
I did a festival show here.
Okay.
Both on Thursday nights, and yes, they went.
And that's a yes.
But first time doing a club weekend.
They
went.
sure went.
I think you're gonna have a good weekend this weekend.
Yeah, you are.
I did, honestly, last night was a smaller crowd, and it was very fun. Everybody, we were all in it. We were family by the end of it, and it was fun.
And it's, I mean,
There
you're on
wasn't
the
enough drizzle last night, really, when you think about it.
drizzle will help. And you're on the
Better than
Tonight Show Tuesday night. I mean,
Tuesday
that's
night.
pretty cool. That's
Dude,
a good reason for people
I know.
to come out.
Every time I do the Tonight Show, like every time I've done the Tonight Show, guys, my whole career. The week before, I always have a very humbling moment. Last night was definitely it for me. I had gotten my hair extensions yesterday. I was feeling myself. I was like, I'm so pretty. I don't even need opinions anymore. I'm too hot. I don't even need a point of view anymore. And then I came, and it was a lighter crowd, and I had to work in the beginning. And I was like, okay, no, you still have to work. So this is the weekend before this Tonight Show appearance. The last time I just started touring. I was just on the road, and I learned the hard way: do not take gigs from Facebook Messenger.
No.
I will no longer take a gig. I was driving to Texas to take a gig, and somebody was like, "Do you want to stop in Shreveport and do my venue?" Sure, I'll do it. Send me the address. I showed up. This is like Friday, and I'm taping at the Tonight Show that coming Tuesday. Okay. And I pull up, I'm like, no, I'm at a Chevron gas station. And they're like, mm-hmm. And it was a restaurant, it was essentially the Subway connected to the Chevron. And it was people bought tickets. They sold tickets to the Subway booths. In the Subway booths. And they're all sitting in the Subway
They're in
booths.
No.
They're in booths.
Well, that means half of them are facing the wrong direction.
Thank God. Thank God they were. I felt bad for the people that were facing the right direction.
It's one of those minutes where you walk in and you want to turn around and be invisible.
Right. People were pumping gas during my set. So there's a stage, right? He had set up a stage, but it was pouring rain, not a drizzle. It was full on pouring hurricane, and there was a puddle that had collected underneath the stage. So when I got on, the mic cut out because it was sitting in a puddle.
You could be electrocuted.
So I screamed. I screamed for an hour at the Subway Patreons doing my set. 4 days before my Tonight Show set in Shreveport, because I'm gonna give Shreveport the Subway show of their lives. And risked my voice or whatever else for like my first TV appearance ever. So
Funny Bone's better. This is much better.
We'll see.
It's much better.
You're going to love it. It's going to be great.
Most of the mics work.
People have been enjoying it. This is great. Lori let us know, and I think I read this yesterday and forgot all about it, but Lori said, what a perfect show today. All the girl power for International Women's Day.
You're right, it is.
Is it International Women's Day?
Yes.
Oh, my God.
We didn't even mean to be as women-y.
Yes. That's why we've been talking about hair extensions and boys.
Right.
And OB tampons. And Laura said this week has been extremely hard, and this dream team of comedy has made it so much better. Thank you for bringing us all laughter and fun. Nothing better than self-tanner and dried vomit banter. We love you. So people are really loving it. Lots of people love the Finally Friday song. I mean, just... text after text. I got to find them. Hold on.
Get out to Gaveltown. I mean, the prices are great.
You know, the more you sung about that, the more I realized how dynamic being a judge is.
You got a lot of stuff to do.
There's so much to talk about being a judge, and you can't judge people based off of their appearance, and you want to be.
That man, the power.
But it comes down to you got to have the right gavel.
You have to have the right gavel.
You got to get it at the right price.
And what you got to have a good robe.
Oh, yeah. And if you're Judge Judy, you got to get the little collar thing, you know, the little lace.
Whatever that's called.
Number.
It's probably got a name, you know.
Brando is amazing. Oh, my God, that was awesome. Everyone knows Gaveltown is better than Gavel City. So people loved it. People really loved it.
I can't believe you're going to call it Gaville.
Gavel.
Well,
Gaville.
it's fancy.
Come on down to Gaville.
It's like Lululemon. You know, people say Gavel Town. It's a fancier one.
Somebody sent me this for you, Tim.
Yeah.
Apparently, there's a St. Louis Pen Show that's going to be in St. Louis. June 20th through the 23rd.
In June?
Yeah. So she sent the link. I went to the website. It doesn't say where it is. It just gives you, I have no idea where it is.
Like ballpoint, Bic.
I think it's fancier pens. He's a pen guy.
He's into like
a writing pen, a quill, if you will.
I don't have a quill. I have
what's the one you have?
Mont Blanc.
It's like a $500 pens. Not that one specifically, but right, they're like $1,000 pens.
They're pricey. They're pricey. It's a fine product though. You get what you pay for.
Like, are you writing do you save special things to write with your
He only writes the Queen.
Yes.
With his Mont Blanc.
You lick it.
Yeah.
And then you. And then
But like the ball and ink, like real ink with the cartridges and stuff.
I get it. I
Super
get
cool,
it.
right, Catherine?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. When you're journaling and you're writing your affirmations, you don't want to write your affirmations and then the pen goes out and you're like, oh.
Yeah, what does that mean?
The funny thing is, I'm so into them. I don't write anything important. I don't journal. I don't do anything. It's just like notes, dumb stuff in here, comedy stuff. That's it. I know, but I love the pens.
I get it. It makes you feel good when you're writing with a good pen, and
Yes.
it makes you lose all hope when it's a nasty, disgusting Hilton.
I think you're an enabler with this pen collection.
Yeah.
No,
thing.
it's all.
When you
I'll
get
show
a pen
you
from
some.
Hilton, Hilton has the worst pens.
They do?
I steal all my hotel pens, and Hilton has
Yeah,
the worst.
you should.
Yeah.
The Four Seasons are pretty good. I'm still using the
these
Four
Four
Seasons
Seasons
pen you
pens.
gave me.
You do?
Sure, sure.
Mine ran out a long time ago.
Oh, this is these are good. This
take
is
that
a
for a
good
spin.
pen. Yeah,
I've been using that
this
for a
is good.
spin.
I love this.
I mean, how long have I
love
had that pen?
I know. I'm jealous because I've had 14 that are gone, and you still. I mean, every day I see it.
Oh, this
Every
is
day I
good.
see
It's pretty nice for a
The
hotel
weight
pen.
is
This
really
is a real.
nice.
The weight is good. I like a little bit of girth on your pen if it's too
100%.
skinny.
100%.
Yeah,
getting
this is
weird.
really good.
I have a few others I'd like to show
I like
you.
I like a cross. You know, like it's almost a Sharpie. It's so thick. The
Oh,
ink
yeah.
in
Felt
it.
tip.
Yeah.
Felt tip. You have a cross felt tip. Is that what you're talking about?
I like
Cross
I like
felt
a I
tip?
like a pen collab with a Sharpie.
Yes.
Like it's
What
almost
about the
in between
Uniball
them.
pens?
Oh, you mean cross? Like cross? There's a pen brand called Cross. I thought you were. I was.
No, wow.
Yeah, I was very impressed for a second.
Oh, I thought you were saying cross too.
I did.
No.
Yeah, I was
no,
like,
she
man,
just means
she's
like
in the
a
know.
hybrid, like a collaboration.
At a
Cross
pen
between a
show.
marker and ink.
Yes, that's what I want. As a pen show, I imagine it's like a horse show when they go, and it's your turn, Seabiscuit Lillipop. And the horse comes out and it trots, but it's just a person that's like, I'm representing Sticht. And they come out and they're like, right, the fox jumps over the yellow fence. And they like
They
write
break it
it.
up. It's vowel. There's a vowel competition. Then they do consonant.
gosh,
it's
you're right.
pretty
Yeah,
interesting.
and it's how the pen
You think? I don't think
flows.
it's all that.
Well,
You don't think it's booths?
if it's less than that, that's sad.
I've never been to one.
They're just all playing Pictionary.
I'm excited. I've never been to a pen show.
What
All right.
is it? Do you just write?
I don't know. We're gonna find
I
out.
think you buy pens. I'm not sure.
Cross will be there.
How sad.
Give me that Mont Blanc pen. Or Four
All right.
Seasons.
Catherine, Blanford, Westport Funny Bone this weekend. We're gonna close the whole thing down in just a few minutes. It's the Courtney Show on the Arc.
The Courtney Show.
All right, that's it for us. What a fun show! I would recommend if you did not get to hear the whole show, go listen to the podcast today because it was on this International Women's Day.
Yes.
We went big.
Celebrated the ladies.
Finally, the boys were outnumbered, and we got into all kinds of girl stuff.
This show should be called The Women's Locker Room.
Yes, it was so great. I loved it so much. Somebody said that they really hope that we had cameras on during the OB talk and whatever else we were saying because they want to see it.
Nikki chipping a tooth on the microphone.
Oh,
There's
gosh,
some
that's
great.
Yeah, if you're just tuning in now, you missed Nikki Glaser, who came in. You were really the catalyst for that happening.
I know, it was so fun. I was so excited to have Nikki on. I feel like a diet Nikki. I feel like
You're
an
the knockoff?
off-brand Nikki. Yeah. It's just fun to have the real deal in here.
It was a lot of fun having you guys and just all the talk behind the scenes, but on the air. So much fun. So thank you so much for coming in. And don't forget, Katherine will be at the Westport Funny Bone. If you don't have your tickets, do it now before you forget. Buy those tickets. Go listen to some fun comedy.
Come on, the world's ending. That's my pitch, guys. The world's ending. Come on, just try it.
Let's just laugh about
Just try it.
Catherine will be on the Tonight Show on Tuesday, so don't miss that. She will be back in St. Louis, but the tickets will not be this
Did you just
easy
call
to
her a
get.
chick?
No.
I mean, it's
That's-
International
Let me
Women's
do my
Day.
pitch.
Okay, go
Let me
ahead.
do my pitch.
Hey guys, they're chickens. They're not as expensive.
They'll be more expensive. Tickets going up. She's gonna do good things. So go see her. You'll be like, oh man, we saw her right before the Tonight Show, right before all this stuff. So go see her this weekend. 2 shows tonight, 2 shows tomorrow night. StLouisFunnyBone.com.
All right, let's do the Great Taste Gang song of the day. And we picked it today.
Yes, and I think we mentioned it earlier this morning because today is my dad's day of birth, and that's all that needs to be said. We don't wish people like happy birthday.
No.
we don't
No,
ever say
it's
stuff
not
like that.
allowed.
We don't allow it.
What do you call it? Sorry, we're bringing it up. Birthday.
We just mention
dance
their
around
name
it as
and
much as
it's
we
just
possibly
a policy on the show since we started the show.
I love that. And no more gifts, right? We're done with gifts?
Nothing.
No gifts.
God, I love that.
Honestly, if we got caught doing it, they would relieve us of our jobs.
Good.
It's very serious policy, so we don't mess around. Even with my own father, it is his day today. I will leave it at that. But we'll play the song. This is my dad's nickname. They've called him Panama since he was in high school. So his song for today. But you can always request a Great Taste Gang song at 1065thearch.com.
Okay.
Katherine, thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Happy just another day to your dad.
Thank you very much.
And we'll be back next week. Tim and I holding down the fort on Monday.
Oh,
you ready
I'm
for
off
it?
on Monday.
I'm ready. I forgot about that. But
I was a little off today, too.
It's going to be great.
Have a great weekend.
Bye, guys.
See you next week.
See ya.
Well, guys, that was another great podcast. Thanks for listening. If you're hungry, we have food for you at Salt and Smoke at various locations. saltandsmokebarbecue.com. 314-727-0200.